from Texas Masters 2022 GT Invitational. As usual, I'm your host, Stephen Mason, World Commander of the Streaming Chamber. I'm joined by Mr. Jeff Gondak.
Hey, I'm glad to be back. Glad they didn't fire me after last stream. Looking forward to today. We got some really good games lined up for y'all. Hopefully you have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna actually jump right into it with the list review. We are a little behind, so we're gonna try to catch up. Mr. Jeff Visgaitis and Mr. Marcus Hernandez, or this is Marcus Miller.
It's Nighthaunt Marcus. Let's go with that.
Nighthaunt Marcus.
I believe it's Miller. I'm not.
Mr. Marcus Miller.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and review his list first, actually, because I actually have no idea how new Nighthaunt even works.
You know, I honestly don't either, and this is what's going to be exciting for both us and y'all at home. We're going to be able to see two lists that have been recently updated by GW through War Scroll updates. And actually, Nighthaunt got a new book, so we'll see how they play against each other. It's going to be great. Marcus got some good tricks in his list. Again, mind you, this is the first time I'm seeing this list being played, but cool thing on his list is his relic he has. I want to jump straight to that. It's the Nightmare Book or something ghost sounding, but it gives you a once per game auto cast an Unless spell that resolves at a 12 and cannot be modified, and I believe Unbound maybe. But an interesting interaction with that is that Khorne 2-point Blood Tithe ability, which says you can't cast a spell or the spell doesn't go off, gets around that can't be unbound effect. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Marcus decides to play that out. I'm thinking what I would say is if I was him, first turn, get it out there as best as I can. Hopefully Jeff doesn't have any Blood Tithe to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, so going through here, this is all Greek to me, but let's see if I recognize anything in here from the new Nighthaunt. The new Nighthaunt got a whole bunch of buffs.
Oh, yeah. There's the thing about Nighthaunt now, they are really great on their turn. On the charge, they do a lot of damage, but on your opponent's turn, they're kind of pillow-fisted. They need to have stuff going off on their turn. It's going to be pretty cool to see. I believe the Craven King, one of his heroes, steals command points in this, which is going to be really annoying for Jeff because he wants to use his great hero point abilities to try and his command abilities to try and get some extra damage done in the hero phase, do kind of fun stuff that his list likes to do. If Marcus can do his best to deny that, I think it'll be an uphill climb for Jeff. Let's see.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention we are using a little bit of a weird rule set for Texas Masters.
Right. Oh, thinking about it, we should probably tell the people at home what Texas Masters is for those who are not familiar with the circuit.
Do you want to go ahead and give them a spiel?
So the Texas Masters, this tournament that we're at is the Texas Masters Invitational. Basically, for a year-long thing, I think it's really August through March or May, we have a tournament circuit that goes around Texas between Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and we play at big majors event, and then we rank players, and the top 32 players get invited to this event. So here, what you're going to have is a lot of really nicely done armies, people who know their tactics really well because they've been playing these armies fairly frequently. And honestly, the reason we play this kind of weird almost following the school schedule is that GW releases their summer GHB. A month ago, and so it was kind of weird to have it be launched in the middle of a tournament season. Everybody's army gets completely screwed over. So this event is actually using the previous GHB rules with the most recent War Scroll updates. So that's why Khorne is going to have access to their new Blood Tithe abilities that don't dump anymore. You have the new Nighthaunt book, but with the old scenarios, for example, round one, once we get into it, is going to be Battle for the Past, which is a previous battle plan. It's a great one. And I believe they're still doing deployments, so we're still good over here, folks. So you're not missing much. Basically, it's we're just kind of killing time, give you some information about the list here. Looking at Marcus's list, his heroes seem good. No Lady Oleander, which is interesting. I know she's pretty good. She does her bravery debuff and some other stuff. Let's see. Master Magic is the standard command trait, reroll and unbind. Reroll a cast and unbind once per turn. Let's see, what else would I have on here? The Seal spell gives a 5+ ward save. Soul Cage, which is very interesting offensive spell, I believe it's within 12, makes a unit strike last, which Khorne wants to go first and strike hard. which they won't be able to do that. That's on them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays in, because I know Jeff can pile in 6 inches, so even if Marcus says, hey, you get to fight last, Jeff kind of still gets to control kind of the flow of the battle and say, well, you're not within 3 inches of me, but I can pile into you, so I get to pick where I want to fight first.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see this. Listen, you know, one of the interesting things about Nighthaunt that a lot of people don't see, they have their ethereal save, so they're not able to have their save rolls affected by either rend or by...
Yeah, that's new, isn't it?
They actually had that when they first came out.
That is true.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, you got to think that Jeff's models are paying points for rend that he's not going to get to use in this. Intrinsically, like, you know, his dudes have rend, they're not going to get to use it, so Jeff's going to be paying points for nothing effectively in this matchup.
Yeah, let's jump over and actually take a look at Jeff's list. Just because I want to get to the table and see how everybody's deploying, because they're deploying right now, actually.
Yeah, so Jeff's list is pretty standard, except for one thing that y'all are going to see, and this is how you know it's a weird Knobs list. He has Kronspire and Conant of Gur.
Oh, he did. He actually did take the Kronspine. Oh, this is his GT list.
Yeah, this isn't his fun.
Goodness.
I want to slap around Spencer a little bit list. This is the straight up. I'm here to throw down. I'm here to win a tournament. I need to get that belt. Kind of list.
A big thing to notice here is he has that Demon Prince for Bloodslit Ground, which is enormous. It's on a 12-inch. It's either a 12-inch or an 18-inch aura on Bloodslit Ground.
I want to say 18.
It what halves run and charge rolls?
Yeah, halves run and charge rolls. While he's in with that in that massive aura for just a single command point, and against an army that needs to be charging, you know, get its ABCs and always be charging to do massive damage. That Demon Prince is going to be a huge just control piece for him that he has to deal with somehow.
Yeah, this is his big stompy list. He essentially has 3 Bloodthirsters with that Scarbrand. So.
Yeah. Now, one thing we got to remember, since this is the 2021 previous General's Handbook, we have Hunters of the Heartland still. We still have, I believe, Monsters counting extra VP since that was part of the battle pack.
So the actual rules are: we have new points updates, any new points updates. We have new War Scroll updates, any other new War Scroll updates. The new Endless Spell stuff that came out. I forget which pack, but there are new Endless Spell rules. We have Battle Scroll Gallet.
Yeah.
We're using the battle packs from the 2021 GHB, but what we don't have is there's no hunt, so there's no priority target points.
Oh, wow.
We're not using any of the battle packs from the 2022, the new GHB, and we're not using the new battle tomes for Skaven or Sylvaneth since they don't have an FAQ yet. And there's still a little bit of balance. We're figuring it out and all that kind of stuff.
And also, Bloodslit Ground, just to clarify, is an 18-inch aura. So, and that's, running charges made for any units within 18. So not even wholly within 18 are halved. So it's like you have a single model with a toe into that 18, the whole unit gets half running charge rolls. It's really brutal. It's one command point to do that. It gives you so much control. And just like, you're probably gonna be looking to put that in the centerpiece, center of the board to prevent as much room as it can from movement. Because you think it's Battle for the Ground, Battle for the Pass. This is hamburger deployment. So he can just ram that in the middle of the table, and that is 36 inches of table that cannot be ran and charged at full distance.
Yeah, that is gnarly. So actually, let's jump over to the table here and see how our players are getting on, because we have some. It looks like we have some deployment actually.
Ooh, yeah, you can see them get them set up again. This is going to be hamburger style, so they're going to be pretty close off. 4 inches of dead man's or no man's land, and between them, that's a hop, skip, and a jump for Khorne there. I'm assuming Nighthaunt too. I'm trying to get that stuff pulled up so I can see more of what they do. Because honestly, again, Nighthaunt fresh list, I have no true clue what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so... Yeah, like Jeff said, this is going to be hamburger deployment, so they actually are a little bit closer to each other than they would normally be, which is going to be interesting, especially for, I think both of these armies kind of do just want to get really close almost as quickly as possible and kind of trade blows.
They're looking to get up close, intimate. They want to have a nice little dance, you know.
yeah, no real range in these armies.
See, I believe, does Jeff have his Yelly Boy? I don't know if he has the insensitive range, the one that yells and then whips. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, pretty much no range in this army. At this point, so Kronspine, he's just a big old tanky boy. He's going to go in. He's going to get engaged with as much stuff as he can and just say, you cannot move away from me. Good luck trying to capture objectives and dealing with my chonky base. Let's see. Pulling up. So here we go. Now I'm pulling up the list on my end. Ooh, let's see what we got. Look at Jeff V's again. Let's see. All right, so they're just right now. They're just explaining what they have on the table, their general stuff, kind of what we got going on. So let's see, Unfettered Fury with insensitive range, so he's gonna shoot things. Bloodsecrator, always good. He's the one who that the Incarnate is bound to. He has the Crimson Crown, which honestly don't know how that works. I'll look it up. Let's see. Jeff is running a little light on battle line. As far as units, he has 2 5-man units of Flesh Hand and a 10-man unit of Reavers and Catalor. Welcome to the WOG.
Welcome to the WOG.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
for those just joining us,
Thank you for the follow. For those of us just joining, Jeff started, and I rudely interrupted him, so I'll let him do the spiel.
It's all right. I just want to say thanks to everybody showing up. We are the Texas Weird Knobs presenting the Texas Masters Tournament for the greater community. We want to just kind of showcase some excellent armies, some excellent games with some mediocre casting. You can always follow us on Twitter at Weird Knobs. Like, subscribe. We also have a YouTube channel where all of our videos are going to be put up, and we have a handshake going out. So that's always good. I think they're getting ready to throw down.
Oh, did we get the handshake for?
Yeah,
for
we
round
just
one?
got the handshake for round 1.
All right. Well, we have our pit down in the pit of Crumpin with Animals, who's going to be bringing us some updates.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get y'all battle tactics, score, all the juicy bits.
Yeah.
Not a lot of casting. Well, a little bit of casting in this match.
There's just some catching. There's some casting. Let's see. Look at that. So both players are kind of looking at the think tank right now, just seeing what they want to do, how they want to go down. Not sure who got first turn priority yet. I don't even know if they rolled for it.
All right. We're looking at Marcus Nighthaunt, turn 1, doing Ferocious Advance. Probably going to be pretty easy since, all of his units are sitting in this giant blob. He can probably take his pick on that whole hands and run, so not a hard battle tactic to achieve. But
Not at all. And honestly, so this is what I was talking about. Like, this is where he may want to try to use his once per game artifact when Jeff can't do anything against it to drop that purple sun on the table for free without really any contention. He rolled a 3 for something. I'm guessing that's going to be for a command point for, I don't know the name.
Most likely. Not Heroic Willpower. That's the I'm a magician now.
Yeah.
Or I'm a wizard now. The one that gets you a command point.
Yes, the one that gets you a command point. Nobody knows the name, but we all know what it does because we all love it. Let's see. Let's see. I think Jeff, I just heard Jeff saying he's going to try to roll for a command point as well. He does not get it. So no player getting extra bonus command points here. Which is a shame. I love it when they do get some extra toys to play with. And
we are going to get a little bit of shaking, everyone. I do apologize. We're on a shaky stage with a shaky table where we'll all suffer through it together.
Yeah, this is not as shaky as a Blair Witch Project. Wow, that actually just dated me. I'm very sorry, people. That's an old movie. Some kind of spell.
Yeah, some kind of spell. He also might be kind of measuring where that Demon Prince is, because like I said, a big part of Jeff's plan is he wants to slow you down. I've actually played this list a lot. He wants to slow you down with that Blood Slick round. Make it so you can't get to him, but he can easily get to you with his Bloodthirsters, because they move pretty quick and they pile on 6, so they don't even have to charge you.
Yeah.
So if you're within 16 of a Bloodthirster and you don't make it in, he basically gets to attack you first with every single one of his units, because he can pile on 6. You can't pile into him, so he gets to basically say, I'm going to attack with every single one of my units first, and then you get a crackback if you're still alive.
Yeah. And against Khorne, you're probably not going to be. Well, to be fair, Jeff's dice.
Jeff's dice, and also, like you said, a lot of his rend all of his rend actually is just basically useless here.
Yeah, he's probably...
The Nighthaunt saves aren't too high, but the thing is, like, rend doesn't exist in it.
Yeah. And honestly, that's kind of why Nighthaunt is a newer player-friendly army from a memorization standpoint, because you don't need you just remember your saves, and they're generally all 5s. I think your heroes have 4s. And they don't modify. It's easier on the math. Stuff like that. And I believe I want to guess he did the 5-up ward save on that front unit there. That was what the first cast was for.
Do you mean?
Yeah, this buff right there.
Probably this right here is probably some kind of +1 save, etc.
It's actually so. Nighthaunt have a spell. It's called something seal. Sorry, folks. All I wrote down from my notes is seal 5+ ward save.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We can look it up, but it's some kind of spell that gives him a 5-up ward. Which I think these guys up here in the front are the Chain Rasps.
Yeah.
I believe he had a unit of 20 Chain Rasps. So that's probably the unit of Chain Rasps up there in the front.
Yeah. And so by doing, because normally Death just has a generic like 6-up ward save while they're within X inches of a hero, but by doing that on the spell on the Chain Rasp, it allows them to play a little bit more forward with that thing, and out comes a Purple Sun.
Oh yeah, Purple Sun is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, he did use the artifact to get the once per game artifact to get out that Purple Sun on a 12. Can't be modified. I don't believe it can be unbound. It's really good artifact.
So it's essentially like a spell in a bottle.
Yeah, spell in a bottle.
Nighthaunt spell in a bottle.
Nighthaunt spell in a bottle.
Getting that Purple Sun out is really nice.
Yeah.
Especially Jeff can unbind it. I think in this he has 3 unbinds.
Yeah, so he has attempted to dispel it, but he can't unbind it.
Apology, Dad.
Yeah.
He has 3 dispel it. He has no wizards, but he has a lot of actual magic interaction just because of the Khorne mechanics. And I'm actually really interested to see how Khorne does at kind of this top level event, because they only really got the one change.
Yeah.
But the one change is big.
Yeah, and for those that don't know and are new or just haven't interacted with Khorne before in their old state, whenever you use the Blood Tithe ability, your entire Blood Tithe pool just emptied. So it made it like it was really it's restrictive on what you could use. Like, yeah, you want to use it to make sure spell didn't go off, but you're all used to using it to do hero phase shenanigans, stuff like that. Now, the Blood Tithe pool does not empty whenever you use an ability, so you can kind of bank up, use it, say you want. And Blood Tithe is generated is whenever a unit dies, either friendly or enemy, because Khorne does not care from whence the blood flows. So I think we're just getting some runs here for that Ferocious Advance going here. So he's probably going to score that easy enough. Again, Ferocious Advance battle tactic is run 3 units, and they have to end within like an inch or 3 inches of each other. It's pretty simple to do for most lists. Another thing about Nighthaunt, for those who are not familiar, they fly. So they don't need to worry about going over each other.
All of them?
All of them.
Oh my goodness.
I believe all of them. I don't know why they wouldn't. They're ghosty people.
And it looks like that's what you were looking for is the Seal of Siesh, which it's Nighthaunt, sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
And also we have a comment, he can't have auto-casted from Reichnor, which I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I will look it up.
I believe he's saying the artifact wasn't on, what's its name? On Reichnor itself, but I believe because it was pretty close to Reichnor, so I believe he may have cast it a little bit further back from his what's it called? If you guys do see some mistakes, feel free to call them out. But you got to remember, these players, they're playing at the biggest event of the year for us, and they're also on stage for the first time, I believe, being streamed. So this is going to be nerve-wracking for them.
Actually, I had a conversation with Jeff before this, and we were talking, and I was asking him if he was comfortable on stream, and he's like, "Oh yeah, actually, with all these people judging me, I'll probably make less mistakes because I'll be too worried."
Yeah.
The autocast is from the artifact. Yes, I believe Jeff actually said that the autocast was from the artifact. But yeah, if chat does see any mistakes, feel free to heckle us and remind us and let us know. There is a lot of rules in this game, so we're likely to make some mistakes. But all the lovely people will help us out.
Yeah, and like I said, this is the first time Steve and I have seen new Nighthaunt on the table, and honestly, I haven't seen much of old Nighthaunt on the table. So
I used to play a lot of old Nighthaunt, actually.
Really?
When Logan? No. Oh man, I forget his name. But
let's call him Harrison, just because. Let's go with that trend. It's Harrison.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Harrison who may be on later.
Good. No tactic. Johnny White, anything on the table? Everything good?
So I'm trying to get an ear in for what Jeff's saying. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Uh-oh. They're measuring from a bloodthirster. That's always a bad or good sign, depending on who you want to win. So we've moved over to Jeff's turn. We're going to figure out what's going on with... Yeah. Pit Grut coming in and giving us an update. Looks like Marcus scored 5, got his battle tactic, got probably 1-2 more. Looks like Jeff's also going for Roche's advance this one. It's an easy win.
Yeah, so it looks like, Jeff was just saying, Marcus turned pretty uneventful, which is kind of honestly what I expected.
Yeah.
With two melee armies kind of marching at each other across the board.
Yeah.
Marcus did get hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and his battle tactic.
Yep.
Not with any monsters or anything, so that is 5 points for Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to bottom of 1. Jeff also choosing hold hands and run or ferocious advance.
Yep.
He's doing that with the Kronspine and both of the Bloodthirsters, actually, I believe.
Honestly, that kind of makes sense. Let the Kronspine go in, tie up a grip of units, and then have the Bloodthirsters follow up, or just sashay around the units that the Kronspine's tying up, and really get in there and try to inflict some terrible, terrible damage. Measured from objectives. I think, honestly, Jeff's going to try to do his best to throw some models onto the objective, maybe try to snipe another one from Marcus so he gets 1-2 more, things like that. Yep, another unit just moving up.
Yeah, honestly, turn 1 in this game is going to kind of be... They're both trying to get in a position where they can hit their opponent first without taking a hit to do so. Because both of these armies are melee armies, melee focused-ish, but they're also both kind of fragile. Nighthaunt, no, you can't rend them, but all their saves are 4s, 5s, etc. And with Khorne, all their saves are also 4, 5s, etc. So they're both kind of fragile. So we'll see who gets the first blow.
Yeah, and I think Marcus did a good job of positioning to be double turned. It's a very conservative forward move with all of his units, using that buffed up unit of, I believe, Chain Rast to try to take the brunt of the hits. Jeff just moving within, towing into the objectives, trying to get it. And if Jeff gets the double turn, he does have to deal with a purple sun right in his face. That it's going to be an issue. I believe Jeff may be. I don't know what Jeff's doing, honestly. Moving dogs.
Yeah, the new Purple Sun rules are pretty nutty. As a Stormcast player, just having something die, bypassing armor, ward, wounds, all of that is quite frankly terrifying.
Yeah. Also, Purple Sun can eat heroes, including monsters like Bloodthirsters, with a roll of a 1. So that's a very sad time when that happens. And this is one of the abilities I wanted to highlight earlier, and I finally found the War Scroll, is Kurdos Valentina, or Volition, whatever his name is. He has the If I Cannot Rule, None Shall Rule. And this is very cool. At the start of each battle round, after players have received their starting command points, roll a die if it's used on the battlefield. On a 5+, remove one of your opponent's command points to a minimum of 0. So he can just straight up eat a command point, and you get a command, and you get that command point if you eat it. It's pretty strong for denying some things. It kind of reminds me of a little bit less oppressive version of Lumineth, Purple Sun, Dark Sun, Midnight Mass. I don't know what is it called, the double command point thing. I can't remember.
Yeah. And I apologize. Marcus does have Chain Rasps, but he actually has more of the Grimghast Reapers. He has 40 of them, so I don't see them on the
may be Deep Strike,
so
because they can still Deep Strike, right?
I believe so. I believe new Nighthaunt does have. Here comes that incarnate. That is going to be a major speed bump for Nighthaunt to try to overcome.
Honestly, it's a major obstacle for any army to overcome.
Especially if you don't have the range to shoot it to death from afar.
Yeah.
Like, dealing with that thing, and basically, you have to sacrifice 2 units to it that can hit it for enough wounds to bring it down a level. Yeah. And even then, it doesn't die until the end of the turn.
I would highly recommend, if anybody who is not familiar with the Khorne Spine, was incarnate of your Khorne Spines, whatever it is, look it up in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar app. There's a lot of rules. But basically, if you want a nigh unkillable unit to put in your army for 400 points, you do that. You bring a Khorne Spine, he sits there, he looks mean, he ties up units. So I don't believe you can retreat from him, can you?
You can't. You cannot.
Yeah, and he also has a Monster's Action Unbind and Endless spell. And he has like a special level up system. Instead of dying, he just levels down a bunch of times. And he levels up if he eats an Endless spell, so the Purple Sun.
What we're seeing right now is Jeff kind of using those, what's the actual name? The Corn Dogs.
Yeah, Corn Dogs. Flesh Hounds of Khorne, I believe.
He's using those Flesh Hounds to kind of screen out his big hitters. Again, his plan is he wants to get into you before you get into him. Yeah. So I've seen Jeff do this a lot. It's a good strategy, using those big bases on those cheap units to kind of screen out a little bit.
Yeah, and you would think, like, especially with the...
he might also be using those to screen out the Deep Strike, I just remembered. Yeah. Because I don't think there's 2 big units of something for Nighthaunt that is off the board.
Yeah, he's definitely using it for screening. And so you could see, you're wondering, well, why is Jeff leaving a big gap in his back line? With how big those Nighthaunt units are in number, like the number of models in there, it's very possible they're not going to have enough room to fit on the table with the 20 units. So you can see right now he's checking the back line with checking from the shrine as well, I think, to check for prayers, things like that. Yep, moving back. He's just creating a good bubble wrap to protect his army. No shooting from Jeff.
Yeah, the shooting phase for both of these armies is going to be pretty quick.
Yep. I believe Jeff scored 6 points from what he just said.
Yeah, because he actually...
ran with a monster.
Yeah, right in here. He ran with these 3.
Yep.
Specifically so he can get that extra point.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to see any charging at this point.
Honestly, I think it would be a bad... actually, I don't know what can charge. I think he ran with a vast majority of his army.
He ran with everything. Yeah, all of his 3 big heavy hitters in the middle ran. Yep. Scarbrand's kind of out of position back here in the back because he's kind of keeping him as a very angry missile. And then we'll see the Demon Prince right here also doing some screening with that blood slit ground, making it really difficult to get into basically anything.
Yeah, you think like 18 inches is probably going to go past the that like bloody cauldron terrain piece. Yeah. Not sure if they rolled off return yet. I did see dice get thrown. I don't know if that was for roll off return, but
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
This is going to be top of 2. I'll get that changed in a second. But
yeah. Regardless of what player wins priority, the tournament, like figuring out who's going to go first, is going to be huge here. This is going to be probably the longest decision-making phase for these players. Is right now deciding how do they want to go with Bloodslick Ground out. So again, Bloodslick Ground, enemy units with an 18 of the Khorne Demon Prince, halves, runs, and charge rolls, so it's covering a huge part of the board. I believe Jeff is going first because he just declared for Monstrous Takeover.
yeah, it looks. Yeah, we did just hear that from the table. Jeff, monstrous takeover. Let me verify which objective he's going to try to do monstrous takeover on. I'm not sure if he's going to sit on his own objective and do it, or if he's going to move forward, because he could just kind of sit back here with Scarbrand and monsters take over this objective to you. Does it have to be an objective you don't control already?
Honestly, I don't remember. Let's see if it's in this mission pack, right?
Soft Texas meta. Sir, how dare you? How dare you? Our bodies might be soft, but our skills are hard. Mm-hmm. I don't really like how I said that. I take it back.
No, I don't either. It kind of makes you feel a little weird, like I need to go take another shower, but that may just be the Texas heat.
Yeah, but welcome back, Jim King. You picked the monster, not the objective. Yes,
I think he dispelled the Purple Sun.
Really? No. Did he?
Yeah. Bloodsuck Ground again, of course. That was going to happen.
Purple Sun's off the table, so I can only assume that he dispelled it.
Check in with the pick rod. How exactly it went away? So the dogs ate the Purple Sun. Just to throw that out there, the dogs are what dispelled the Purple Sun. I find that hilarious. I don't know why.
How can they do that?
Just roll high, which is uncharacteristic for Jeff because the dogs actually, I believe, have an innate War Scroll Unbind or Dispel, whatever you want to call it these days. Let me pull that up and confirm. Oop. And speaking about the soft Texas meta, sir, I just want to let you know we could be playing the hard, sweaty matches on stream right now, but we wanted to showcase a couple of armies that are fairly new as far as changes go, and we want to let you see something fun.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing kind of what we did at Smash and Bash. If any of you were there, which day one, the first 3 matches, we're gonna kind of pick some things that we think are interesting or would be a fun game to watch on stream, and then day 2, we're gonna do top of 4-1. Oh wait, no, this is brackets. So I do know Game 5 is going to be top table, obviously.
And then it's our pick, I believe.
I'm not sure what game. Oh,
welcome to the
WOG. Yeah, but game 4, it might just be another interesting match. Honestly, the hard thing is every match here is interesting.
Yeah, and there's a lot
these are the top players in the state.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun lists out there. This is a good one. And also, this was actually requested by the organizer of the tournament, Matt Taylor, who is the one hosting the Masters Championship tournament, which this is. And he's like, you know what? These are great armies. This is a very interesting matchup that we don't get to see on stream often because they're, 1, new, and 2, he wanted to, Jeff V here does a lot for the community, and he wanted to give him a chance to have his moment in the sun.
Big Papa Jeff.
Yep, Jeffy V.
I'm just now starting to get into AOS. Love not seeing the same meta builds all the time. Yes, exactly. And this it was kind of a shakeup for this event too, because we just got some recent War Scroll updates and points changes that kind of really shook up the meta right before coming into Texas Masters, which is big.
But honestly, not as much as a new GHP.
Normally you would see some Khorne because Jeff likes to pretend he plays other armies, but then he's like, I'm just going to play Khorne.
Right.
But Khorne might actually have a shot because of their one big change.
Yes, and that big change, Blood Tithe doesn't empty.
Yeah. Who's the pit grot today? Jake is our beautiful pit grot today. He didn't volunteer. We threw him in there into the pit.
Yep. We flew him in. He's sleeping on my floor. I threw him a thin mattress or a thin blanket to sleep on. He's okay, though.
Yeah.
Feeding him wasabi peas for meals.
And Jeff, speaking of Jeff actually did want me to shout out a couple of players.
Okay.
Randy from the Weird Knobs.
Yes.
And Dan Norris from Slambo.
Oh yeah, they're all great players.
They cannot be here today. They were supposed to play. They cannot be here today because of various reasons that I won't get into. But we do want to shout them out. I do believe Randy's actually in chat right now.
Randy is in chat right now. So you guys should say hi to Randy. He's a great dude. He's an amazing player.
Yeah, we're real sorry you can't be out, Randy. Get well soon.
Yeah, and really, you got to think about Randy. This is his first year playing Age of Sigmar, and he was invited to this tournament. And he just couldn't make it because last-minute things came up. And that's a shame. He has a beautifully painted army. I think he was going to play Hallowed Eye, which is a Cities of Sigmar army you don't see. It's a shame he's not here. It would have been fun to see him play. Guessing there's preemptive buffs. Maybe your prayer's going out. We can find out more in a second. But honestly, the exciting phase for these people are going to be the charge and fights. We're not there yet. Still waiting for these people to do their things. Also, if you guys want to follow us, a like and or subscribe would be appreciated.
Oh, do we need to do the spiel?
Yeah, let's do the spiel. Do you want to do the spiel or should I do the spiel?
I can do the spiel. Hold on, give me one moment.
All right, he's pulling up the spiel. Our official script writer wrote a script because we're not allowed to say things.
We do appreciate all of y'all tuning in, especially if you've joined us before. Welcome back. If you like what we're doing and want to see more of it, we super appreciate giving us a follow here, subscribing on YouTube, hitting us up on Twitter. We have all that stuff. It's all basically Weird Knobs is the name. All our VODs are put up there after the streams if you want to go back and give them a watch. Our Twitter is @WeirdKnobs. We update about all the future streams and everything there. And you can also see Community Bloodthirster Big Papa Jeff himself talk about some Warhammer stuff usually.
Yeah. Also, go to weirdknobs.com because there's, and for new players especially, there's a couple of new player friendly cheat sheets that basically there's a nice reference sheet that has the different not command traits. Are command traits on there? I don't know. I don't actually play this game surprisingly.
Command abilities.
Command abilities. Thank you.
They might be called something new now.
Yeah.
But I'm an old man.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Our backs hurt. That's why we're sitting in chairs talking about Warhammer. About the good old days on square bases and flanking maneuvers.
Yeah, so I think we're still in Jeff Hero Face. I know I'm looking over at the table actually, and Jeff's got his thinking face on because this is a big choice for him. Yeah, honestly.
And him going first on this turn, top of 2, he has to make a lot work because the army's buffed up already from the previous hero phase on the Nighthaunt, and he did get rid of the Purple Sun. That is massive, and that may have been why he took top of turn 2. Is just try to get rid of it. It's a huge thing. Being able to eat a model by rolling a 1 is huge.
Yeah, it's a little bit swingy, but if it does actually happen, that would hurt Jeff a lot, especially considering that a lot of his strategy hinges on 5 units, 4 units?
Pretty much. Yeah, all the things you see up there that's not on a giant base is just chaff for Jeff. He needs a few
interesting. Looks like the Purple Sun is coming back down.
We're trying to figure out what's going on. Oh. How many did he score?
Wow. Interesting. So I think Jeff actually ended his turn, scored 6 points. Hold 1, hold 2, hold more. Monsters take over with more monsters. Didn't charge or anything. That is interesting. So now we are bottom of 2, Nighthaunt. Yeah. And we're seeing the Purple Sun come back down from Marcus.
Yeah. No Blood Tithe, so Jeff can't auto him by now. I'm assuming this was cast.
Yeah, no blood tithe.
And probably was
Wow, that is interesting. I'd love to know exactly what Jeff's strategy is here. He didn't charge in anything, even the shaft, just to kind of block everything up.
I think he's waiting for the deep strikes to hit before he commits, because that would leave a lot open in his backfield.
That is a good point. He can't really move anything up without those deep strikes on the table.
And the problem is with battle. Well, not the problem. The way battle for the past is designed, the objective in your opponent's deployment zone, I believe, is worth 4 or 5 points. Maybe I'm thinking of an old version.
How is he scoring more? So we are actually using the battle plans and the battle tactics from GHB 2021, which was kind of the monster edition. So if you do most of the battle tactics with a monster, this is the old mission. This is battle for the past from GHB 2021. If you do most of the battle tactics with the monster, you get an extra point. And Jeff is making full use of that just to squeeze in a couple more points, which, having played against him, means a whole lot in the end.
And so the scoring for this is a little bit different. It's not 1-2 more. It's you score 1 point if you control your objective, 2 points if you control a border objective.
That is actually a good point. He only has 2 objectives.
Yeah.
I apologize, Jeff. I'm reading chat here and
you're good,
and I
dude.
interrupted you. So he might have only scored 5 points because he only holds 1, hold 2. He didn't hold 1, hold 2, hold more. So I will check with the pick route, and we will see.
The border objectives, the middle objectives, are actually worth 2 points each. His objectives is worth 1, and then the monstrous takeover stuff. But the opponent's objective is worth 4 points.
So it's not hold 1, hold 2, hold more. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So basically, if you hold your own and one in the middle, it's essentially like hold 1, hold 2, hold more.
Yeah, it's 3 points.
Interesting. So he did score that 6 points then. What? Did we just see something? Oh no, these were already on the field.
These were already on the field.
So it looks like at least one unit chain rest and 1 unit of
blade somethings.
I forget what these guys. The Reapers.
Grimgas Reapers, I believe.
Yeah, Grimgas Reapers are on the field. So, and if anyone in chat knows if Nighthaunt can now have stuff in reserve, let us know, because I'm pretty sure that's how it works right now, and that's where some of his units are. But I'm not 100% sure.
He has to be. If Jeff's playing this conservative, there has to be things in deep strike.
Yeah, it looks like he's got 20. He's got 20 Reapers on the field. Oh, in deep strike. Yeah. You're right. He's got 20 Reapers in deep strike. The chain rest and the other unit of 20 Reapers are on the field.
And Marcus having to get as close as he can to do his best to guarantee those charges. Because again, that Khorne Demon Prince having runs the charge rolls, so even a 3 won't get him in here. I think he has to roll a 5.
He has to roll.
No, a 6.
Yeah, he has to roll a 6 to get.
I can math.
Yeah,
you can tell it's a racing text.
He has to roll a 6 to get in, or do some weird kind of movement shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the thing is, Bloodsplit Ground, it's not even like a roll. You just I spend a command point, and all 18 inches runs in charge or half.
And actually, it looks like his forge is out, so he's going to need to roll a 10.
Oh yeah, essentially, or a 9.
Or 9. Yeah. Again, I know how to math. I promise.
I only know how to count in base D6.
Ah, okay. So he needs to roll 2d6 divided by 2.5, 3 plus. I don't know. Words. And honestly, I think what he's trying to do, he's positioning here. He's not really worried about killing too much other than getting more models onto that objective so he can try to get an extra 2 points this turn so he can get 6 just off the objectives. Or sorry, 5 off of the objectives. Because the side ones are 2, his is worth 1.
Yeah, and honestly, he could get more units on the objective, or he could just go in and kill those Blood Reavers.
Yeah.
They only have a 6-up save. There's, 10 of them?
Yeah.
One wound apiece. They're a speed bump.
Does Nighthaunt still have the ability to strike in the charge phase if they roll more than a 10?
I don't actually know. I don't know if they removed that or if they kept that in.
Yeah, I hope they kept it in. That is such a cool ability. I debuffed somehow. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I do apologize. I'm watching Nighthaunt for the first time.
Yeah, one interesting thing about Marcus's list that I know we went through the list, but I'm just now noticing he has 5 heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like that was a charge roll of a 7, I believe I saw. I don't remember. So he got his 3.75 inches in charge, barely getting something in there.
Depending on the charge roll, it gives different debuffs. Nighthaunt no longer allows fight immediately and a 10-up charge. That kind of sucks, but honestly, if it helped balance them out, I have heard they are better now, so losing that ability, not the worst, but it was cool.
Yeah, very thematic, but very swingy and very
Oh, interesting. -1 to hit is the most common. Do you happen to know the ability name on that so I can take a look?
I think it's if they make a charge or something. I believe that's what somebody was telling me last night around the table.
Our highly intelligent and handsome and beautiful patrons of our stream, I'm sure will let us know.
I hope so, because they are so beautiful and so
they
smart.
They are extremely intelligent.
Mm-hmm. They are the best.
Yeah.
The best community ever. Much better than the 40K community. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Jeff, that's strike 1.
What? How's it strike 1? You guys said I wasn't allowed to discriminate against specific players, not against the community.
Jeff?
What?
That's strike 1.
No. But if there are any newer players in chat, feel free, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. If we can't answer them for you, somebody sure in chat will, because we all love this hobby, and that's why we're streaming it. We just want to showcase awesome, great games here this weekend with beautiful armies on the table. And that's one of the requirements for this event is your army needs to be fully painted and based. We had one gentleman who stepped in for one of the people who couldn't make it, Isaac.
Oh my God, Isaac! This guy is a madman. He painted what, 40?
An army,
48 models in 2 days.
Yeah. One of which was Marathi.
And not only that, they look great.
Yeah, they look good.
That's more models than I've painted in the last 3 years.
Yeah, so I painted 40 Ard Boys at the start of COVID, and then that broke me. I still haven't painted since.
So I've actually found the ability. Thanks
that's
to
a lot of dice. I think it's an attack going out.
Yeah, look, I think these are the chain rats. It's hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah.
I think these are chain rats going into these blood reavers.
Yep, Ghosty Boy
blood
ones.
Something. They're Khorne.
He's pulling out 6s, so I'm guessing those are going to be mortal wounds or something special, maybe rending.
So the chain rats have that. Actually, did all of New Nighthaunt get that? Let's see. Let's take a look. Those are Reapers. Dang it. I had a 50% shot and I ruined it.
It's like Khorne, dude. Skulls, chain, rats, Reapers,
the Reapers
bones.
are the guys with the big scythes. Okay.
Oh, he's pulling the unit, so...
honestly, you can sneeze on those blood reavers and they'll die.
But it's a blood tithe. And that's the important thing. Oh, and if y'all are watching on the bottom...
6.
Sorry?
It confirms 6s are auto wound just for Nighthaunt in general.
Ooh, damn.
Which is insane. But like I was saying, I actually did find that ability. It's called Wave of Terror.
Wave of Terror.
47, -1 to hit for the thing you charge.
Yep.
8 to 9, -1 for save rolls, and 10 up. Strike last effect. And that's just a Nighthaunt unit.
Dude, that's...
I'm so glad Nighthaunt's good now.
Yeah,
remember when they were not good?
They were good when they got their book for like a week.
For like 5 years.
Yeah. They were good for a little bit. Just a little bit, though. And also, those count at home if you're wondering about command points. Just command points in Blood Tithe. They're conveniently in the left-hand side of the table, bottom left corner.
Wow. All right, so it looks like we're actually going into top of 3. I think Marcus scored 5 points here. Yeah, so, wait. Oh, I apologize, folks. It looks like on bottom of 2 last turn, it was Conquer on this objective. So he did get his battle tactic, so he scored 7 points. 5 points? Do you only get to control 1 objective?
No.
Oh, yeah, score 2 points. Okay.
So you can only score 1?
Correct. You can only score 1. So Marcus did just score 5 points.
What? Where do you see that? Oh, sorry, folks. It is 2 points if you control. Wait, what?
If you control any objective out on the border. So if you control both, you only get 2 still. So it looks like we are going to go to top of 3 Khorne. Top of 3 Khorne. We will check what Jeff picks as his battle tactic. He might still be choosing, but we will get you guys that information when we can.
You know, the good thing about these melee armies, we're getting through them quick.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say, I think we have a lunch break after this, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So if they get done quick, I mean...
You can't go early, Jeff. You still have to work.
What? No.
Yeah,
but
sorry about that.
But I wanted a lunch break.
No rest for staff.
I wanted to go out to the pool with a pina colada. Enjoy the sun.
So like we were mentioning a second ago, while Jeff is picking his battle tactic, he has his thinking face on. Getting those extra 2 points just from the monsters, from the battle tactics, has put him in kind of an early lead at top of turn 3 here.
And Jeff did attempt to roll for the battle tactic and once again failed, as is tradition. I believe his opponent got it, though.
Yes, sorry. Jeff did get the turn, top of 3. Jeffrey Visgaitis Khorne.
Yep. I think
Enjoy
about
the wonders of downtown Waco. Yeah, I had to live here for 2 years, so I know all about the wonders of downtown Waco.
Did you? I didn't know. Everything here closes at 10 on a Friday. Yeah. Good thing we stopped at Buc-ee's. Got some of those beaver nuggets, man. Those are so good. That was my dinner last night.
So if anyone's new or if anyone's just joining us or if you've been here for a while, let us know where you're hailing from, what you're playing. If you're new and you have questions, let us know. Us or the community will help answer. We really like interacting with you guys. So yeah, get typing. Hit us up. Looks like Jeff is moving that incarnate in close to those. I'm going to get it right this time. Those are the chain rasps, not the reapers, chain rasps.
Ooh.
Because there's chain rasps and then there's chain ghasts.
Ooh.
Which, I can't really rag on Nighthaunt for that because everything in Khorne starts with the word blood.
Or bone or skull or...
Yeah. Canada, nice.
Ooh.
Ontario, just north of Toronto. How's the scene up there? And when are you coming to Texas for events? We'd love to have you.
Uh-oh, purple sun moving. I don't know what it's doing, but it's moving.
Oh, interesting. This is moving on Jeff's turn. Fascinating.
Yeah.
What's the battle tactic? All right, everybody. So it looks like Jeff did go with Conquer on this objective down here with Bronzevine, which
Yeah.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, I'm going to say he
he's got
does. Yeah, Kronsponge is going to charge in. He's going to eat some dudes, and then he's just going to stay there and be fat.
Oh, right. I never really use endless spells, but predatory spells move at the end of every hero phase. Which I totally forgotten until
I
just
did
now.
too.
Thank you very much.
And
Reading UK, west of London? Hell yeah, brother. Welcome. What time is it there? Oh, they're ahead of us. So
yeah, they are ahead of us.
He's probably enjoying a nice, like a nice brunch or
What
lunch.
is it? So 10. I think they're +7 or +6 with the daylight savings time.
So dinner.
Yeah, so about
Like-
4 o'clock their time, I believe.
Thanks, Randy.
I don't know math, but I know time zones.
Yeah, so Jeff, you moving up those corn dogs, still trying to screen out that big unit of chain rasps that could come down basically at any point. And Marcus is probably trying to use those to get into those get into that back objective and take it.
Yeah.
Because if he can get it in like bottom of a turn, kind of get in where Jeff can't pile in, which is going to be tricky, but he can snag 4 points pretty easily off of that.
Yeah. And the monster's giving Jeff a big advantage as far as points go.
Yeah. That Purple Sun is in a great position, actually.
Yeah. Purple Sun's in a great position to eat things. Jeff's gonna really have to do it. That poor Khorne Demon Prince is gonna have to shift a little, I think. Just a little. Yep, moving in. Do you get bonus points with Conquerors with monsters?
I don't believe so. Oh, wait. No, because Monsters Takeover exists. So why would you get more points for Conquer?
Because GW.
That's a good point. Yeah, you don't. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yeah, I think Jeff's checking Purple Sun range just to make sure his stuff isn't going to get eaten. Still playing a little bit conservatively due to the deep strikes that are still in reserve.
And I do want to apologize again, everyone, for the shaking. It is kind of a product of the environment we were given to work. We're on a shaky stage with a shaky table, so we're still going to bring you the games, though.
Yeah, Jeff needs to be really precise here with his movements, just to make sure the Purple Sun can't. Yep, Matt Demon Prince running away.
Yeah, that's a huge tech piece for him, and he can't risk it on a D6. Our lovely Matt Taylor letting us know we have 2 hours left in game 1.
2 hours, and we're already at the top of 3. So, and we're 3-hour rounds, folks. So.
Melee armies.
Huh?
Melee armies.
Melee armies.
This would not happen if we were playing Zinch or
Lumineth
or Lizards or
Yeah. You know, I gotta say it's nice. I'm looking out over the crowd, and honestly, everybody seems to be all smiles, not seeing any salt on anybody's faces. It looks like a good tournament. Like
16%. Yeah, 16% on a D6. He can't afford it. But yeah, I agree with you. The aura in this room is kind of different.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are the top players in the state and ergo the world.
I honestly, I'd say so. Texas leading the meta.
I was actually talking with Jeff this morning, and he was like, You know the Czechs, the U.S. Worlds team. We have enough players in Texas that we could also take a Texas team.
Yeah,
Texas Worlds team.
It's true. It's true. We could even call it the Texas national team.
Yeah, Texas national. He did actually move a Bloodthirster up right next to the Purple Sun, so he is taking a little bit of a chance. So we'll see if he actually, I bet he's within 6 inches, so he can pile in right there if he wants to go into those Reapers.
I think it's the right call, honestly, because I believe that's his Boomthirster. I honestly don't know the real name, but basically this Bloodthirster, when he rolls 6s to hit or wound, I forget, they do immortal wounds and an aura around him, like an 8-inch aura, just do immortal wounds. So it's a very good way to kill a lot of models very quickly, but at the same time, it's also a good way to die. It looks like we got Marcus redeploying here, which is a very smart move.
Yeah, making that charge a little bit harder, making it so he might actually have to charge instead of piling in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And Jeff has a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury and a Bloodthirster of Incessant Rage. And from this angle, I couldn't tell you which one is which.
Either can I. I know what Scarbrand looks like because Scarbrand doesn't have any wings and he can't fly. I
believe this one is Incessant Rage.
That's the Boomthirster, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
I'm like 61% sure.
Yeah. Great thing about Jeff's Boomthirsters, they either go off or they don't.
Yeah.
There's feast or famine with them. I'm unbiased commentary. I want to see it go off because I like watching models get pulled off the table in a giant heap. It's like this is the
equals Boomthirster. Yeah, Big X does equal Boomthirster. It's a little difficult to actually see what is what from this angle, but I think you're right, and I think the one that I circled earlier by the Purple Sun is the axe. Is the Boomthirster.
He's got a big axe.
Yeah.
He's gonna axe those chain people a question.
I guessed right. I'm a genius.
Is it, can you deal with all these mortal wounds? And I'm gonna laugh when he rolls all 6s.
Think the redeploy might have been a mistake. Now he can charge out of the purple sun range for this turn. Can he? Oh, that is a good point. He does have a little, if he rolls high enough, he does have a little space where he might be able to get here, but then he'd pull all these other units into melee.
Then he's pulling in the heroes, and that's that. I think he wants to be just in range to be able to have the boom go off on the heroes and not.
With those bloodthirsters, you want to kind of be in combat with one thing at a time because they are a little. They have 14 wounds, but they're only on a 4-up save.
Yeah, 4-up, and they can be rended, which is a huge difference. Like I was actually talking with Jeff about this on the ride up. Is that I personally would like to see demons get a little bit of buff and they become unrendable like their 40k counterparts. And I think that would give them a lot of good survivability and longevity. It might make them a little bit too strong, but we'll have to see.
Hello. Yes, it is a glorious morning. We both woke up at, 7 a.m. this morning?
My roommate's alarm went off at 6:30, so I got up at 6:30. He slept in like 7:30.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
That is rough.
Tell me about it.
But yes, welcome.
Also, if you guys like what you're seeing, feel free to, we would appreciate it if you follow the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. You can also find us on Twitter at Weird Knobs.
At Weird Knobs. Everything Weird Knobs. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
WeirdKnobs.com.
Following all the things.
Yep. Welcome to the vlog. We appreciate you for joining us today.
Yeah, we really do. We appreciate all of. Welcome to the vlog. I missed who just joined, but welcome.
Yes, welcome. It's great.
Man. Welcome to the vlog, Icklehoof. So, man, it kind of feels bad a little bit. I think he has Scarbrand back here to kind of guard for the deep strike.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of feels bad.
But at the same time, it just means Scarbrand's going to be really ragey when he's ready to hit things.
That is true, but...
Because for those not familiar with Scarbrand's wound track is unique because he gets better the more damage he takes, or if he hasn't had a chance to fight anything the previous round.
True. So he is kind of... He's doing his Dragon Ball Z power-up sequence in the back.
Yeah, so we're going to be here for 5 more episodes, watching Scarbrand charge up, and then Goku's just going to win it.
He's like a Celestin Prime, but he actually gets to be on the table and be useful for 3 turns.
Poor Celestin Prime.
And have alerts turned on. My God, what a hero.
Well, what happened?
Tomb King Tristan is a true hero. He follows and he has alerts turned on.
What?
Wow. True hero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess we should say you can hit that little bell. I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna go that far.
No, not yet. Don't worry about the bell. Well, our thoughts are going to be up on YouTube.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Also, if you go to WeirdKnobs.com, we have player quick reference sheets, and we also have a link to our Discord at the bottom. So if you want to join the conversation with all the lovely Austin players and learn our super secret tech and enter the dojo to become a master.
Secret sauce.
Yes. And maybe you too can join the Texas Masters next year.
It's just barbecue sauce.
Just barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, barbecue sounds good.
Yeah, the table's a little bit dead here. I keep actually looking over at the players.
Yeah.
And both of them have they have their glasses slit up.
Yeah.
They have very serious faces and they're looking at their phones. So
yeah. And not like texting people on their phones, like actually looking up their super secret tech on their phones. They're checking their frame data. That's what's going on here. They want to see what models have plus frames on blocks. I'm so sorry. That was a fighting game reference. Here, Jeff saying, I'm gonna scratch his chin. Looking deep. He popped something. Jeff's using his Triumph this turn.
Oh, interesting.
What was his Triumph? I didn't even check.
I can double check for you.
Where did my phone go, people? Oh, Incarnate. I believe this is for the Incarnate.
Oh, if it's for the Incarnate, it's most assuredly +1 to wound. Oh yeah, it's on the Incarnate. It's almost assuredly +1 to wound. Welcome to the wall.
So talking with our pit crew, Pit Grot, it does not appear Jeff charged with the Bloodthirster. He just said, cool.
He just left it in Purple Sun Range and did nothing with it? Interesting.
According to Pit Grot, yes.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
I'm a little
not sure about...
confused by that, but since Jeff is the 8th best Khorne player in the world, according to stats,
And that's like, honestly.
and 8 is Khorne's number. I
So
assume he
yeah,
knows
like
how to
it's his
play.
first in Khorne's heart. Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, but we are seeing some attacks here from the Khorne Spine into those
Chain somethings.
chain rasps.
Ghosty boys.
The Reapers are up top. The chain rasps are on the bottom.
All right.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
So Reapers are on the bottom or up top?
Reapers are on top, Jeff.
All right, and Raps.
Keep up.
I'm trying to figure out like an easy way to remember. It's like, but
I don't think it's gonna matter for too much longer. So
I don't know, man. Like that. Look at the Carnage doing nothing. I think he
no
removed
rend.
6 models.
No rend.
Yeah, no rend. Nighthaunt surprisingly tough because of no rend.
Yeah, so it looks like he's gonna crack back with the Incarnate, and then we'll probably go to bottom of 3. I don't think he actually got Conquer. I don't know if he killed enough of those chain rafts.
So
He does have these 2 dogs down
yes.
here that might be on the point. Incarnate counts what, 5? It's a
Yeah,
monster.
I believe so. And they are towed in. Do they count as 2 due to their wounds?
No, the Corn Dogs have 1 wound.
No, there's no way.
Corn Dogs, I'm pretty
Chaos
sure.
Warhounds do, which was using last time.
Oh, I apologize. The Fleshhounds have 2 wounds.
Yeah, but don't they need 3 to count as 2 models? I forget.
They need 4. No, wait, 5. It's 4 or 5. They need to be big boys.
They need more.
They need to be big boys, and the Corn Dogs are not big boys.
No, they are not.
Yeah, so I don't know if Jeff got his battle tactic.
I don't think he did
Which
either.
normally doesn't matter, but at a high level event like this,
Yeah, it's going to come down
it's
to
gonna hurt.
every single point that he can get really
5 wounds
matters.
counts as 2. I was right. I said 4 or 5. See, I got it covered.
Yeah. Although, is that
Wow, is this the attacks
Jeff?
coming in from the chain from those chain rafts?
welcome to the war?
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, I believe these are the chain rats cracking back. Now, mind you, they're not debuffing the Khorne Spine due to the not being charged, but he's still pulling in 6s. Like, so that's what, 6, 7? 7 mortal wounds right off the bat. Sequence ends. Like, yeah. Or the auto wound or whatever it
You have
is.
to get to 18 on the Crown Spine to guarantee that it goes down a level. You do the math and you're like, oh, 12 and up is giving me a good chance, but the moment you do 17 wounds,
Yeah.
your opponent's going to roll an 18 and you're going to have a bad day.
Yup. So it's not bad. It looks like.
6 to hit auto wounds. They're not.
Oh,
they're
okay.
not
Sorry.
mortal
Yes,
wounds.
not
Yeah,
mortals. So that's still that's still a good chunk of saves Jeff's gonna have to make here. Do you know what the Khorne Spine's armor save is off the top of that?
4 up, I believe.
Okay, so here we go. Looks like Jeff's pulling off. It looked like 7 or 8. Ooh, that's bad, folks. Only 4 saves. All right, Jeff about to throw out a wound marker on the Khorne Spine. We'll see how much he's taken. And that's the thing, the Khorne Spine isn't leveled up at all, is it?
The Reapers up top, I believe, did redeploy far enough to get out of that 6-inch pylon range, and Jeff chose not to charge. He took some.
Yeah, so we're oh no. Jeff didn't need a charge. He was still within 6, it looks like.
Oh, so we were incorrect. That he was
Yeah.
within 6. Wow.
Oh, that's
Looks like we got that wrong. I apologize.
oh, this is all right, folks. This is where we need to if this model is gonna earn its points,
It's gonna be right now.
he needs to roll some 6s.
Yeah, I agree. We were actually puzzling over why he didn't charge, but it looks like we just kind of missed out on that. Yeah, it looks like we kind of missed just because this is a weird angle. We thought that was without, but apparently it was not. So he did pile in 6, and that means he might have gotten this hero right here into
Yeah,
range.
I think it's just the one model that he was within 6. Yeah, I think that this was a super close pile on here.
Yeah, so here we go. We're gonna see some boom from the Boom Thirster.
Yeah.
Well, we might. Given Jeff's history, it's a 50-50.
Oh, there's is that 3 6s? All right, Jeff rolling again.
We have a prediction, Jeff.
That's a 6. I see another 6.
We have a prediction, Jeff. It's I reckon he only kills 10 models and dies horribly.
Probably.
Yeah.
But the question is, how much blood tithe is that going to generate?
True. With Jeff's rolls, there is a good chance that might happen.
So Jeff doing 4 mortal wounds to every unit within the Boom Thirster range. I believe most heroes on average have 5. We got some death saves going out here. I believe he's looking for 6s across the board.
I went and I checked what that range was, but it's Khorne, so it's obviously 8 inches.
Yeah, it's either going to be 8 or 16. And that is a good chunk of damage. Like, here we go. I'm not sure what this unit's on, but no saves. Unless they got something special.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if these chain rats found here are within 8 inches of the Boom Thirster.
Honestly, I wouldn't say I would say no, but looking at our ranges before, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, this is good for Jeff.
Yeah, he's putting 4 mortal wounds on everything within 8 inches.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And Marcus had all of his heroes stacked up kind of right there in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
That is huge, because like you said, most of those heroes probably only have, 5, 6 wounds?
It's also going to be a big thing that we need to look at is that this is going to force a battle shock test on 2 separate units. So Marcus is gonna have to decide which one he wants to guarantee a pass. Now, mind you, Death Bravery 9 or Bravery 10 rather. Excuse me.
Chat brings up a good point. Jeff can probably just do that again. He can just fight again.
Yeah. This is the first initial things. I'm going off the assumption that Jeff's gonna roll like Jeff and not do any more. So
did he roar the Geist to negate the Discorporate?
What?
Is that a Nighthaunt thing that ignores Battle Shock? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I am honestly not sure.
I assume if Jeff could have warded them, he would. Let me double check and see if those guys are actually in a Hunter's battalion. I think they are. Yeah.
So looking at Jeff's stuff, because I wrote this down because it's not on his character list. I wrote this down. I swear I did. The dogs are in Hunters for Jeff. The rest is in a Warlord.
Yes, the chain rasps, both unit of Reapers are in Hunters.
Oh yeah,
that's. Corporate gives a 5-up ward. Oh yeah, actually I just read that. I don't actually know.
I saw some I think I saw a lot of mortal wound rolling. So
well, I mean, to your question, obviously he couldn't have ward them because they're in Hunters. So no, he didn't ward the guys to negate the Discord.
Yeah. Jeff rolling more dice.
But I don't actually know if they have it or not. And we will try to get a link for everybody so you can go and look at the list yourself as well. I will work on that between games. Yeah, if you're just joining us, let us know where you're from, what you're playing, all the good stuff. Interact with us. We highly enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun. I love seeing new players ask questions because it means they're interested in the game and they want to know more. And yeah. And any player can take something away from these games, regardless of their skill level.
Looks like he took eight models off that unit of Reapers.
He did. And you look at I'm not sure what the melee range is. Oh, wow.
Hey, from Toronto, Canada. We actually have another person in chat, possibly still, who's from Canada as well. Play Fire Slayers? Oh man, they just got a big update actually. Brian kicked my ass with his Fire Slayers the other day. I thought it was going to be easy because I was expecting old Fire Slayers.
Yeah. They're no more just naked dwarves. Or rather, they're I don't know what they call them, loincloths.
They're like, hey, you see all these fancy artifacts in my book? Yeah, I'm going to take all of those.
Wow. I mean, pretty dwarfy. Dug deep, got too greedy. All right, so now we got Marcus here rolling for those chain bros.
Yeah, he's probably going back in on that Bloodthirster to get to do a little bit of damage because just probably about to do what he just did again.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. I think he gets nominated to fight twice, but he has to go in sequence.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, honestly, with this new Khorne stuff.
Bloodthirster
but yeah.
about to get kicked. Yeah, actually, I didn't know almost anything about new Nighthaunt or old Nighthaunt, but looking at the attack profile, like, yeah, the Boomthirster might be about to get slapped.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if Jeff is expecting this.
Also, the Grimgas Reapers have an ability called Reaped Like Khorne,
Okay.
which I enjoy.
It does.
No, I'm not. It does something. I just like the name.
Yeah,
It's add 1 to a cat characteristics if there's 5 or more models. And there's 5 or more models, so each one gets 3 attacks, which is crazy.
Nice.
That is a good point. They Nighthaunt also has some kind of reanimation mechanics, so 3 or 4 of those Reapers are just gonna come back.
Yep. Was that 6 or 10? I think he put a 10 on that Bloodthirster.
No, it looks like a 6. I just heard in from our pit right down in the pit of Crumpin with the animals. 6 damage onto the Boomthirster, so he's got, what, 8 left?
Yeah. I believe that's how Jeff counts.
I'm from Iowa, not really doing AOS due to lack of players around here. Hey, man, we got space in Texas.
Yeah, we'd love to have you down, play some locals with us. I know it's a bit of a drive, but you get some great games. Also, I don't want to... Can we pitch Tabletop Sim? Yeah, Tabletop Sim. It's a great tool to play long distance against people. I know there's a lot of people in our Weird Knobs community that play Tabletop Sim all the time.
Yeah,
talking about Harrison.
If you do want to get some games in and you're not opposed to Tabletop Sim, check out our website, weirdknobs.com. I think it's just weirdknobs.com. Hit us up on Discord. We have people that are always doing Tabletop Sim, and we'll get you some games.
I
might actually be going to Iowa next year. I'm going to do Ragbri, if you've heard of that, Icklehoof.
Wait, what?
You ride across Iowa on a bicycle.
Why?
Sounds fun. You get free beer and corn.
Okay. I like the free beer and corn. Do you have to ride a bicycle to do it? Can I just be like the support car going behind?
Yeah, but that's boring. Too much corn, not enough corn. Yeah. And it is Marcus Miller and Jeff Visgaitis are players right now.
Yes, it's Jeff V on stream, not Jeff G, which I am. Totally not confusing.
One victory? What was it? Oh, he didn't get conquer and he doesn't control any objectives. Wow, we are going into bottom of 3 here. Jeff only got 1 victory point on this turn.
That's rough.
His battle tactic was conquer on this objective, and he did not kill enough of these chain rafts to get it. Not only that, but he didn't kill enough of these Reapers to control this objective, so no battle tactic, no objectives in the middle. The only one he controlled is his objective for 1 point. That hurts. That hurts a lot, actually.
Yeah, this is going to be real rough from Jeff. This is a pretty bad swing. If Marcus manages to maintain these 2 objectives and then his battle tactic, that'll pull him up by 2. And again, Marcus has units in the back line ready to drop in at a moment's notice. Because by having that ever-present threat of Deep Strike, he's forcing a command point from the Demon Prince, and he's forcing those Flesh Hounds to be fairly far back. And Scarbrand hasn't done anything this game except for, again, power up Dragon Ball Z style. Now, the question is Scarbrand the Goku that Jeff needs to win the day? Or is he just a Vegeta?
Yeah, sorry, I'm still a little bit in shock because Jeff got kind of that early game lead, but getting 1 victory point. Wow.
Yeah, that hurts.
He went for a big turn and it really did not go his way.
And you look at it resource-wise, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, those red gems Jeff is using, those are his Blood Tithe. So right now he only has 1 Blood Tithe, 1 command point. And is this the bottom or top of 3?
This is going to be, we're going to bottom of 3, Marcus Nighthaunt.
I believe this, let's see, well, let's take a look at, I'm going to look at their list again, see what their grand strategies are.
I believe we have Hold the Line.
For Marcus, yep.
For Marcus, and...
I believe the same for Jeff. Beastmaster, so it's monsters.
Obviously, Beastmaster.
Obviously. Now, so one tricky thing that Jeff has up his sleeve as far as battle tactics go, which is basically a gimme for him. If he kills, it's Slay the Witch for Khorne. Kill a hero, or kill a caster. But the way some of the things works, if he manages to kill off a caster due to Hexscorcher Skulls where the caster miscasting, he can just declare that as his battle tactic and he auto gets it. Just the way it works. So that's 2 free victory points if Jeff can manage to kill a caster. And after those Boom Thrusters, that Boom Thruster going off and knocking everything for 4 in that nice little bubble, it's going to be huge. Okay.
Looks like he brought back 4 chain rasps. So I forget who guessed 3 to 4 chain rasps in chat, but
look at this.
Have some imaginary points because you guessed it.
And look at this, he's bubble wrapping them. Doing his best of his ability to, at least. That terrain piece make it a little bit awkward, but these guys can fly and they can Spider-Man up walls, so.
I don't believe Kronspine went down a level. I believe we saw the roll a little bit ago. Usually Jeff marks it when it does. I played against him a couple times, so I don't believe Kronspine actually went down a level. He took, what, 8 wounds?
Yeah.
So
I think Kronspine's still level 1, isn't he?
It's whatever level he comes down as. I think level 2.
Yeah, he hasn't gained any levels.
You have to take 2 levels off of him for him to die. Well, he doesn't technically quote-unquote die. He's not slain. He's removed from the board.
Fair and balanced gameplay.
Yeah, so Mark is probably just gonna he can't get the chain rasp out of there, so he's probably hoping like, cool, I hope these guys survive for another couple turns.
Yeah.
Sit there, clog up Kronspine, make sure he can't move. Stuff like that.
How many chain rasps? That looks like 15 chain rasps on the table right there. Maybe 14?
Yeah, about that. He got 4 back. He lost probably half of them last turn.
Yeah.
He needed at least 8 to control the objective, so it's at least 12, probably more like 14, 15.
Yeah, you look at it like Jeff's gonna have to commit another Bloodthirster and those Flesh Hounds and maybe another like a priest. Ooh, here we go.
That Purple Sun in a really awkward position for Jeff to not reposition that Boom Thirster.
Ooh, that's bad.
Trying to move that Purple Sun over there to try to get in to these heroes in the back here, maybe, but kind of trying to pick up this Bloodthirster along the way.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure there's a priest in that Blood Shrine.
He doesn't actually have. Oh, he has the Bloodscrater, I believe.
Yeah, Bloodscrater is probably in that Blood Shrine, so that just means the Purple Sun has to touch the terrain feature.
That's true.
Because it's garrisonable. So
I'm really used to seeing Jeff take a couple of the priests for Khorne, but he doesn't have any in this list. He just has the Bloodscrater.
Yeah, and that's where the Incarnate's bound to. Yeah, Jeff's heroes are Unfettered Fury, Insensate Rage, Scarbrand, Bloodsecrator, Demon Prince.
What was it? The Bloodthirster of passive aggression?
Yeah, or Infantile Rage or something like that. Ooh, Arcanor going for a trip. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I think this might be the turn he tries to bring some stuff in. Because he saw that aggressive measuring with the Arcanor. Looking over at the players. Jeff's facing us. He's looking a little concerned, but not too much. All right, Craven King moving up.
Randy brings up an excellent point. Those reserves have to come down this turn, or they're dead.
Yeah, so he's... Wait, they have to come down this turn, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. I apologize.
Sorry, I thought you said next turn.
Nah, this turn.
Sorry, folks, I've been up way too early. I didn't even get up this early for work.
Commentary question. What are your favorite types of bread?
Types of bread?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of sourdough.
Jewish whole grain rye.
Oh, fancy. Kind of niche.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
right?
And
Like
it's delicious.
it's the caraway seeds.
Have you ever been to the? I forget. My uncle runs the oldest sandwich shop in Austin.
Really? What's it called?
I forget the name of it. Look it up. It just
Okay.
reopened actually, and he makes a mead sandwich on the bread the exact bread you're talking about.
I'm writing this down, folks. Oldest sandwich shop, Austin.
Better be kolache bread. Nah, I'm a big fan of sourdough, or just like a nice basic white bread, but only 10 to 15 minutes out of the oven. Any past that, I don't want to eat it.
Okay. So I do like kolache bread. Lone Star Kolaches does a pulled like barbecue sandwich kolache.
That sounds amazing.
It is so good.
Yeah, so we're probably still in Nighthaunt hero phase here, and we do apologize. It is
There's some movement going on.
It is a little bit difficult for us to kind of know what they're casting in the hero phase. We can make some guesses based on what they do and where they put things, but it's kind of a guessing game for us. So the hero phase, we're kind of just chilling.
Yeah, we do have a guy on stage watching the game, trying to figure out what they're doing, trying to listen in, but he's doing his best to be as unobtrusive as he can be to let the players play the game. And it looks like those units are coming down right behind dude on bird thing. Nighthaunt with wings.
Dude on bird thing, yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I believe that's actually is Reikenor the mounted guy?
Yes.
Yes. Reikenor.
Yeah.
Mounted Nighthaunt man.
Honestly, I don't know if he's been rolling for the Craven King every turn.
At this level, he probably has been.
I'd like to think so.
We've missed a lot of rolls. He probably has been. Yeah, like Randy said, he has to bring in those reserves right now. So he's just kind of putting them on his back objective, saying, "Hey Jeff, even if you could get here, this is still mine."
Yeah. I think as Marcus knows he's in a good position right now. He has a lot of Jeff's stuff locked up, a lot of things pushed to the back. And you look at how congested that midboard is. That
1 hour and 30 minutes remaining in round one. 90 minutes.
I thought he said 9. I was concerned.
Mr. Matt Taylor, everybody, letting us know we have 90 minutes left.
Yes.
And once again, if you're just joining us, this is Texas Masters 2022. We are streaming the GT Invitational, which means we are trying to crown the best player in Texas for the last year or so.
Yeah, pretty much. It's what it could be. And for those not familiar with the Texas Masters scene, basically we just have a year-long season where it's a tournament circuit. And locals are included in it too, which is a great thing. They don't score as high, but basically the top 32 players get invited to this nice, awesome tournament. And part of the requirements are your entire army has to be modeled, modeled of course, but painted and based. And so you have a lot of these beautiful armies on display, and you have some of the top people in the state, nay I say, the world.
Oh my gosh, you are totally right, Shorty Paint Studios. I never changed the actual title of the stream.
Are we still just chilling at Steven's house?
Blades of Khorne versus Orclands.
Ooh.
That is incorrect. I apologize, everyone. I'll get that updated.
We appreciate the feedback. Actually, that's a good point. We are still trying to get things going smoothly. So if you have any feedback, feel free to tweet at us. Yeah, but if you guys have any feedback for us, tweet at us at Weird Knobs. Join our Discord. You can find it at weirdknobs.com. Our Discord link's there. Or just yell at us in stream or our YouTube comments. And because really, we want to get better to make this better for everybody. It looks like we just got, I don't know what's going on. Are they charging? I think they're charging. They got to be charging. They're Well, look at that model fit in there nice and tight. So we got some measurement from the Matt Demon Prince to check out charge ranges. Because again, 18 inches. Within 18 inches, not wholly within, so just tone in, have run and charge rolls. So it's really going to mess with the math here. And once again, folks, apologize for the shaky camera, but they're actually up on a stage and a table that is not the most stable, so we get a little bit of shake now and then.
That's actually a good question, Jeff. Going back a little bit in the chat, who's the favorite to win the event? The top seeders are Brian Lofton, Matt Robish, Chris Schnelling, and Chris Creech.
Yeah.
But Jeff, who's your pick? Who's at the top of your bracket?
I mean, the easy choice would be Matt Robish, the 3-year running Texas Masters champion.
3-year running asterisk.
Yes, asterisk. He is a weird knob, so again, a little biased, but and that's the easy answer because he's a good player playing Soul Blight. Yeah.
I'm going with my fish boy.
Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a sleeper. I think he's going to take it off.
You know what?
He better. I got a lot of money on him.
Oh, you got a lot of money. I need to pull up who I want to win. I forget the name, but it's a Lumineth player, but it's not that Lumineth player.
Not that Lumineth player?
No techless.
Yeah, so actually jumping back.
Okay, yeah.
It looks like we'll fix our contrast issues for next game as well, everyone. But look, all of his heroes actually got in right here as well.
Oh, nice.
Into the Boomthirster. It's kind of a decent play. He can't really move them out of range of the Boomthirster, so you might as well attack it if they're going to die anyway.
Yeah, might as well get in, do what you can, and do that.
Does anyone in chat have a prediction for who's going to be top bracket? Who do you think you're going to see in the finals? I know who's probably going to be in the finals, and then I have who I want to be in the finals.
Yeah. Where is his list? All right. So I'm still looking out, folks, but this Lumineth player, one, not running techless. He's running like the dude on horse.
You have to talk into your mic, or they won't hear you.
Sorry. So this Lumineth player, I'm trying to find his list. No techless. He's running Syar. He's running the dude on horse and like some other random Sylvan, or not Sylvan, Lumineth. I can't talk today.
After this one, you want to talk a bit more about I just want to make sure that I'm doing what you need me to do.
No, this is great, man.
Okay, cool. All right, brother.
Oh, players leaning over. You can see Jeff's bald spot. It's not really a bald spot, but it's
Joe, Ryan, Matt, and Jacob. Tom Guan and Marco do well. Tom Guan always does well.
He's running the big stabba list.
I wanted to do well.
I want to see. I kind of want to put it on stream, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Because it's hilarious, but at the same time,
What kind of matchups we get.
yeah.
I think we're also trying to do. one game from each. One game from each bracket seed.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I want it to be Eli and Alex, and I want Alex to win.
I forgot Dimitri is also playing Ideneth. We can't forget about Dimitri.
That's true. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of attacks here. I have no idea what these attacks are from, but it's a whole bunch. I think this might be from the Reapers into the Boomthirster.
Mm-hmm.
This is bottom of 3 Nighthaunt. Sorry, I was getting off on a little bit of a tangent there, getting back into the game. Not a whole bunch has happened. Those heroes have charged into the Boomthirster. Boomthirster did not get taken out by the Purple Sun, which does suck. Does the Purple Sun do any damage now, or is it only the chance to 60% chance to just remove models?
I think it's just that, but it also does -1 to armor saves, or just saves in general.
That's crazy.
And hilariously enough, since Nighthaunt saves cannot be modified.
Doesn't work on them.
No, not at all. So that Boom Thirster is now a 5-up. You gotta remember, with Jeff, the more things die, the better his army gets.
Another thing I did want to bring up for our streaming section this at Texas Masters 2022, we are going to have some guest commentators come on for 3 of the games, I believe.
Yeah.
I think actually next game, Jeff, is going to be you and Harrison.
Yeah, that'll be the actual Harrison.
Actual Harrison, not Joe.
Yeah, not Joe.
Yeah, so fellow Weirdo. I don't know if he's actually in the chat yet. He might be, resting up, studying up.
Mm. And it looks like the Bloodthirster just died, folks. From all the Nighthaunt shenanigans, reports are coming in from our pick rot.
Yeah, reports coming in from the pick rot. The Bloodthirster had a combined -3 to save on him.
Yep.
So I think the Reaper has kind of reaped him.
Yeah.
Scythed him up a little bit. Yeah, so the Boom Thirster goes down, which is kind of a big blow to Jeff.
Jeff's damage output. Yeah, that's really big. I would say that he asked them a question and they responded with Rend.
Yeah. Rend in minus armor saves.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be... I think Jeff still has a chance, but this is going to be a hard hill for him to climb. Marcus kind of has board control. And Jeff just lost Jeff just lost one of his heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Lopped him down like some corn. Yep. Reaped like corn.
Yeah.
What a fun ability.
But you know what, Steven? Jeff got a blood tithe.
Jeff did get a blood tithe. that is a nice consolation prize when you're losing as corn. Hey, at least you're getting blood tithe.
Yep. Yep, at least you get some blood tithe and summon out some more units.
He only needs, 10 more to get another Bloodthirster?
8 actually total.
Oh, wow,
so it's,
right.
I
Only
think,
8 more.
so yeah, 6 more to go. So going back to my question, the army I want, the person I want to see win is Derek Center, running Lumineth Realm Lords, Venari Lord Regent, Hurricane Wind Mage. I have never seen that model on the table before in a professional tournament.
That's the floaty guy, right?
Yeah, that's Son Goku.
Oh,
yeah, the dude
cool
on the
model.
cloud. He's such a cool model. Just a bunch of 30 Wardens, 30 Sentinels, some Blade Lords, and a Kronspire. Yeah. And you know the cool thing about Son Goku on cloud? He has access to teleport.
You lost me at Kronspine.
All right.
I hate that thing.
I do. Honestly, I think it's the worst thing GW has done at this edition. Hot take. Delete Kronspine.
So we didn't get the battle tech at the beginning of this round, but it was Bring It Down on the Boom Thirster, which,
it got
as
brought.
we all know, it got reaped like some corn.
Mm-hmm. It got brought down. It got boomed.
Got boomed. Yeah, so, wow, it looks like, Marcus will likely be scoring another 5 points at the end of this game, or at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
So that will bring him up past Jeff's 13 points, because Jeff only scored 1 point on the top of 3, which is not only that, but he lost his Boom Thirster, which was one of his main ways of kind of dealing with the amount of models that was on the table.
What's going to be really hard is if Marcus manages to get the double turn on this. At that point, I don't know what Jeff's going to be able to do to come back from the game. He'll have such a commanding board presence because those chain bros that just knocked out the boom caster, howler, whatever you want to call them, can just run into Jeff's backfield, cap that objective, and go up by 7-8 points. Kronspine doing some work, though. Look at all those models that just got ripped off the table.
So Jeff might actually have control of that bottom objective now for the moment, because those chain rats, if you don't kill the whole unit, they just start coming back more and more.
Yeah.
Looks like we're doing a little bit of cleanup, removing some buffs.
Table's all wiggle, 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 wiggle.
If we just don't mention it, no one will notice. They'll think it's their own eyeballs.
But I noticed. I'll know. Six points for Marcus, I believe.
I wonder how he's scoring that 6 points. Oh, because... Yeah, interesting.
1-3, bring it down? No.
Oh wow, that wasn't even Kronspine attacking into the gas at the bottom. Or the
Whoa.
chain rest. That was Battle Shock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Battle Shock took all but 2 of those chain rests down at the bottom. That is rough.
Yup.
Oh, interesting. So Marcus got 6 victory points for the round. I'm not sure how he did that, but I'm going to trust our pick rot. I know, shocking.
Yeah, well, that's what I heard from Jeff himself. So.
That's what we heard from Jeff himself. And it looks like Marcus won the roll-off, so this is the worst case for Jeff right now. Marcus is probably going to take the turn, move up, get on more objectives, basically lock down his control of the board, and he's just going to tell Jeff, hey, come and take it off me.
Yeah.
A little bit of an update here. Looks like it's 14-16. Jeff 14, Marcus 16.
Okay,
We got that a little bit wrong, but we're updated now. Extra point for the monster kill.
Duh.
Thank you. Yes, I'm in new GHB mode already.
Man, I'm still thinking he's not rolling the 5+ for the Craven King. I haven't seen a roll just like a random roll after command points have been generated.
I would go and let them know, but this is a high level event. I don't want to influence play at all.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty far away with the convention noise. They're not really able to hear us until we get loud. But yeah, at this point, the game has
So we are at top of 4.
Yes, we are at the top of 4, round 1 in lovely Waco, Texas. Purple sun going somewhere.
Jeff shouldn't have taken the top of 2.
I
sort of
agree.
agree with you, but I sort of don't. So
I agree because Jeff didn't have the resources to do what he needs to do to have on that double turn. If he had a couple extra blood ties, some better field positioning.
That is true. He tried to have a big turn, but it kind of fizzled a little bit on him.
Yeah.
That is true. He didn't really do anything with it. Yeah.
I think he was expecting his Boomthirster to get more 6s to blow up the heroes.
Scarbrand is unlocked this round to actually kind of move up and forward because he no longer has to screen out for those deep strikes.
Yeah, but at the same time, if Marcus is going first, he could. What is it? Honestly, I'd sacrifice that 20-man unit to train those raspy boys up north to go get 4 victory points at this point in the game.
I don't know if you could get enough on while staying outside of range of the 6-inch pylon.
Yeah, you're right.
6-inch pylon. So you'd have to put them on that objective, get enough points on there. So you need...
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot of chunk on there. You're right.
You need at least 15.
Yeah. Huh.
Just going through Nighthaunt hero phase right now. Once again, apologies. It's kind of hard for us to know what exactly they're casting, but we can take some guesses.
Yep. Another buff out on those Cheney boys. I'm guessing that's a 5-up ward.
Yeah, it looks like Marcus has specifically 2 Nighthaunt. He has all the usual default spells, but he has Shade Mist, which is a -1 to wound.
Yeah.
For the targeted unit. So anything you pick a Nighthaunt unit and things attacking it is -1 to wound.
I thought it was the other way around, where you pick
no.
a unit and that gets -1 to wound. Like you pick an enemy unit. So
He has a Soul Cage from the Grimhailer. Pick a unit, fights last.
Yep.
Cannot retreat, which is big.
Yep.
And then Seal of Siesh, which is what you were talking about earlier, 5 aboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow if you want to hop on and watch the final. We'll see if your guess was right for the top bracket.
And if you are right, you win a prize of being right.
Of being right.
Did he? No, he did.
Oh, that's it. That's also a good point. With the blood slit ground, I don't even know if the chain rest could get onto that point because their run roll could be halved.
Right. Well, so question. Does the command ability count as auto running half? Or
I believe it just has run rolls in general. So whatever it is.
True. I was thinking maybe you could cheat around it with the auto run 6, but even with that, it's still like there's a lot of 3 inches that you have to stay away from. That'd be hard to cover. Unless you just straight up charge a Scarbrand with -3 rend and kills him. I mean, that was nutty.
I think that was a combination of Purple Sun, which, by the way, is gone now.
Yeah.
Did get dispelled. I don't know if Marcus will attempt to cast it again. He might.
Yeah.
But I think that was a combination of some spells and Purple Sun and just the rend from the Chain Rest.
Yeah.
The Reapers themselves. You don't roll when you get the auto 6, so it does get around it. Interesting. What is the actual wording on the Demon Prince?
Let's go take a look. Pull up my official GW Warhammer Age of Sigmar app.
Let's look around. Oh, wow. Run and charge rolls. So, yeah.
Yeah, it
By the
says...
wording, that would get around it. Interesting. I never even considered that.
But it looks like he's just going for the other Bloodthirster a little bit. It's a more conservative play, but it's not a bad play.
Jeremy Baysire at this tournament. I don't know, but
what was the name?
I can check. I should not pronounce it. Let me double check. I do not have that name on my army list.
It's very possible he's participating in a doubles tournament,
He might be participating in doubles.
which we haven't actually talked about at all. So we also have a doubles tournament going on, which is not being broadcast. There's a lot of great players over there as well.
So he might be in that. Invitational from Texas Master Chi-Chi. That is true, Andy, but there also is the doubles event, which anyone can participate in. I don't know if he's there. He might not be. Interesting. So it looks like those chain rests are kind of moving into the center of the board there.
Yeah. I guess there isn't anybody in the train feature. My bad. Yeah, because the Bloodsecrator is in between the Matt Damon Prince and the Bloodthirster that is just redeploying. Wow, very uncharacteristic of a Khorne model. Redeploying backwards. Good play tactically.
Yeah, trying to make that charge a little bit harder, just because he doesn't want to repeat a repeat of what just happened to the other Bloodthirster.
Yeah, honestly, with the Bloodslit Ground, probably making it impossible.
It is going to be quite difficult. He is moving those heroes closer over there to that Kronspine, which is interesting. Although the Kronspine is locked in combat right now. Oh.
Maybe he just wants to keep him locked there.
Yeah, I don't know why he would be charging. Are the Nighthaunt heroes kind of combat monsters? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he's moving them out. He doesn't really need to control that other objective.
But remember, he gets a lot of buffs on charge, so he might be charging his hero in just to add more debuffs to it.
Wow, that other unit of Reapers also coming in. That was a little okay. That was a lot of movement there.
That was a lot of movement for somebody that may or may not have been within Bloodslit Ground.
So that redeploy chick Reapers out of charge range. Yeah, especially with Bloodslit Ground, I think those Reapers are not out of charge range. But we were wrong on the 6-inch violin. So
yeah.
I don't want to commit yet.
Yeah, this angle. Are those ghosty boys up north
for
of
the charge debuffs? You are completely right. They do get the debuffs on the charge. That'll make Crossfire hit a little less hard.
Yeah, he'll still have to de-level them, but
Honestly, at this point in the game, you're just trying to make sure Crossfire kind of sits there and does nothing. But he has enough units and like the chain rats and everything else to just kind of spoon feed Crossfire and make sure it sits there and does nothing for the rest of the game.
yeah. Because I think the next turn we're going to see the other Bloodthirster charge in. We're going to see Scarbrand charge in. And Jeff's just going to try to beat some of those models off the table so he can try to get some objectives on the... At this point, I think Jeff needs to try to go for Marcus's side of the board.
I don't know if Marcus forgot about these Khorne dogs up here. Because he can just walk these on objectives. And then he only has to kill a couple of these. Well, even if Scarbrand charges in and kills these... No, actually, yeah, he has enough Khorne dogs to just walk on this objective and take it. So
he has enough. And Cornhounds are...
Scarbrand's going to delete those rats. Normally, I would say yes, but this is Jeff's Scarbrand.
Yeah.
I'm also not sure what he's thinking moving off that top objective. Because, like I said, those Khorne dogs can just move over and just take that objective.
He only has, it looks like 4 models. He honestly probably forgot about them. Oh, yeah. Because those Cornhounds are fast. Because if he charges, I think he's going to try to get all those chain bros on.
Marcus is going with Tide of Terror for his battle tactic, which I'm not sure what that is, but I can find out right now.
If only there was some type of Wikipedia for orcs. You can see on the camera Marcus, hand on chin, thinking hard about what he wants to do here.
Yeah, Tide of Terror. At least 2 friendly units that are within half an inch of the same enemy unit at the end of this turn. Wow, that is relatively easy.
Yeah. All right, we're charging in. And here's the thing. I think all those maulers are going to leave the objective. So that means Jeff might be able to auto-6 that Cornhound all the way to Marcus's back.
This is a good point. If he doesn't charge, this big unit of Reapers right here,
Yep.
when the Cornhounds move, he can just redeploy more units back on the objective.
Hey, Sigmar, you have 1 hour. 1 hour, that's round 1.
Lovely Mr. Matt Taylor letting us know that we have 60 minutes left.
Yes, 1 hour.
Or 1 hour.
60 minutes. How many seconds is that?
3,600.
3,600 seconds. That's a lot of seconds.
If you're just joining us, this is the Texas Masters 2022 GT Invitational stream from the Weird Knobs. Like, follow, subscribe, hit all the things.
Yep.
Give us a follow.
Twitter, Weird Knobs. Yeah.
VODs on YouTube. I think I hit everything. All right, let's move on. Let us know where you're from, what you're playing. We always love to know where the community's from.
You know, Steven, I kind of want to hire like one of those end of car commercial guys that does like all the terms and conditions super fast, but just to do that for us.
Yeah.
And we just play the sound clip.
Shut down the board this turn, but Backseat Warhammer is always... Yeah, that is true. He could have just kind of doubled down and, like, made sure he controlled the objectives that he already had, but I think he's trying to be proactive and go to the threats instead of sitting back and letting them come to him. Which I understand. As his army is really fragile, I understand going to the threats instead of letting them come to you.
Yeah. Well, I want to look at the Flesh Hounds real quick, see what their movement is.
Marco's dancing and singing. What?
I don't see that. So here's what I'm thinking.
I can't confirm the dancing and singing, by the way. Continue, Jeff. I apologize.
Flesh Hounds move 8. We give them an auto run of 6. That's 14 inches, depending on how far they go. What you do is you run them. Again, I can't measure it, so that's 3 inches. So he's.
It's this far, Jeff.
No, I'm trying to get to Marcus's back objective.
To get to the back objective? I don't know. That's
because
way too far.
if you move outside of 3, just right outside of 3 of those things, he cannot redeploy onto them.
True.
Because you can't get any closer to him.
He can move and run the hounds in the hero phase if he has the bull time as well.
Mm-hmm. So move and run them. That is what we say, 32 inches of movement. Jeff could potentially. Welcome to the walk.
Treeland, welcome to the walk. Thanks for the follow, man.
Yeah, so Jeff.
Welcome to the walk.
But yeah, so basically, Jeff can.
He has too many models on that back objective to take it with just hounds.
Did he already pile in 3 for the fight phase?
Did you already pile in 3?
Marcus.
No, the back objective. He has way too many models.
Well, so I was saying if he piles these in because of the fight, that I don't know what's going on here. Though
I think if he does pile in, he's just going to leave a bunch of models on that back objective. There's no point piling them in closer to Khorne's spine.
Or Jeff just does that.
Jeff just does what?
Kills models.
Yeah, true. Oh, looks like we are in Khorne fight phase.
Yeah.
Spine attacking into the Reapers.
Oh, he's piling in. I'm telling you, he's piling in. He's going to move those off the objective, I think.
I don't think so. There's no real point for moving those back models off the objective. He gets a couple more attacks in a Khorne spine. It's not really a big deal. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Khorne bottom of 4 goes.
Yeah.
It's going to be an uphill battle for Jeff, but he does have a couple different openings that he can take, and I'm really curious to see which one he goes with.
All right, looks like that brick of dudes are going to attack. The Khorne spine.
Yeah, if he can remove the Reapers, he will be in a stronger position because Marcus won't have anything to go back up there and take that objective, that top objective from him. That's if Jeff, with Jeff's rolls, he can actually take out those Reapers.
Yeah.
And points are going to be an issue because this is Marcus is in a little bit of a lead here. It really hurt Jeff to get that 1 point on turn 3.
Oh, 2 more Mulans just got, or I don't know what's going on anymore. How do we escape this now?
Since we're not using it. And we are going into Khorne, bottom of 4, going for broken ranks. I will figure out what unit he's actually going broken ranks on. I'm not sure if it's going to be the unit engaged with the Khorne spine, or this unit, the chain rest right here. Oh, interesting. Pointing at the Reapers up top. Is my audio cutting out? I will take a look at it. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, Khorne's Spine has not been de-leveled this entire game. And Marcus did score 5 points at the top of 4. It looks like Broken Ranks is going to be the ghasts around Khorne's Spine. Are those battle line? I think they are actually. Yeah, we were actually talking about that earlier. I'm not sure why he charged so many things down into that Khorne Spine when they're just going to sit there for the rest of the game, because it's turn 4 and you need at least 2 turns to kill the Khorne Spine. So he has a lot of resources tied up in that Khorne Spine when they're just going to sit there and flail about, honestly. They cannot retreat. They are holding that objective that Khorne Spine is on, but I don't think he really needed it. Like we predicted, Jeff is going to run the Khorne Dogs up top to get on that objective to take control of her for this turn, staying outside of 3, so he doesn't get into combat with those chain rats, so they can't come up there and smack them. That is a good point. That's another reason that I thought he wouldn't, Marcus wouldn't pile that unit closer into Khorne Spine, because now he still has the option of, if that unit takes casualties, he can just remove enough so it's outside of combat, and then it can go and do other things. I did just hear from the table, Marcus is casting Mystic Shield, I believe, on that unit of the unit in combat with the Khorne Spine. I forget what it's called right now.
Just remember to hydrate, guys. It's always good to drink water.
If everyone could take a moment and hydrate, that would be amazing. It would really make me happy if you could all just, make sure to stay hydrated out there. It's hot. Looks like the other Bloodthirster is also coming in. I'm still not sure why Jeff didn't choose those chain rests at the top since he's going to have so many things going into them. Oh, interesting. Measuring the charge down into the unit of chain rafts at the bottom.
Ooh. That's going to be spicy if you can pull that off because it'll...
Positioning for next turn. That is a good point. He is positioning for next turn, but I'm still not sure why he didn't choose the Reapers at the top instead of the chain rafts. Moving those doggos down just in case he does manage to kill off that unit. He can try to move those up into his back objective next turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jeff's hoping for the double turn here, so he can go first next round and try to get some more points, because this is a very big point differential to have to overcome here. And this is bottom of 4, so they have one more round after this to figure this out. Yep, redeploying more units on that objective like we talked about earlier. Jeff hasn't spent any blood tide this game, has he?
That was a big redeploy for those chain rafts, trying to make that charge a little bit harder, and also putting enough models back on that top objective so Jeff cannot take it over this turn.
Yeah, which is why I was saying bring the dogs in closer outside of 3. Prevent them from getting at least more models on that objective. We got some rolls here. Do we know what these are for?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. How many? Has there really only been 2 units that have died this game so far?
Yeah. It's not a whole lot of blood ties for Jeff to work with.
Yeah. Marcus.
Looks like Scarbrand has to charge now. Scarbrand does have to actually charge to get into those chain rats now, which would be really unfortunate.
Yeah. Something died. Jeff just got a blood tithe. I'm not sure what died or when, why, how. Oh, the dogs have range attacks.
I think one or two of the dogs, out of the unit, 1 or 2 of the dogs do have a range attack. Scarbrand also screamed. He has a scream attack.
Ah.
Yeah. And I don't think Jeff has the whip guy in this particular.
No, he does not.
He might.
All right, Jeff rolled a 7 to charge with somebody, I believe. Oh, it's Scarburn. That looks like good enough to me.
Scarbrand makes his charge. Scarbrand is coming in. I will ask the pit grot to go and check on those games. We will see if he has time.
Matt Damon Prince charging.
Demon Prince also charging him. Yeah, he doesn't really need the tech piece of Blood Slit Ground anymore, so he's charging the Demon Prince in for a little bit of extra damage, and he probably doesn't really care if the Demon Prince goes down at this point. And also, if he gets that Demon Prince in, he can pile in the Demon Prince and Scarbrand to get more models on that top objective, which would be clutch.
This is my favorite part when the players start leaning all the way over the table and their badges try to take out models. Like, this is my favorite part, I'm not gonna lie. And the other Bloodthirsts are getting in.
Yeah, still unsure why he didn't choose those Reapers at the top. I'm gonna confirm with the Pit Grot that he did in fact choose the Chain Wraths around the Incarnate, because I don't see a reason why, if he knew he was going to be charging all of the stuff into the Reapers, why he wouldn't just go with the Reapers.
Don't know. Yeah, that's kind of odd. I don't know. Wait. Reapers are the model of the 3 units left.
No, the Chain Wraths are down at the bottom. The Reapers are that big unit up top.
Yeah, but didn't you say he chose the Chain Wraths?
Oh, that is true. Sorry, he chose the Chain Wraths are. I believe the Chain Wraths are dead. He chose the Reapers around the Incarnate.
Oh, okay. He is also the Master of Khorne in the area, so who knows?
That's true. I think the Chain Wraths are dead. There might be a couple Chain Wraths in there.
There's like those 3 at the very.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
those.
Wow, never mind then. Yeah, I've been vastly incorrect, and it's Khorne. If there's only 2 or 3 of those Chain Wraths left, Khorne will just eat them.
Because remember, that was the unit that got like battle shocked off the table.
That
We
is
were like,
true,
what just happened? Welcome to the WOG.
What's up, War Machine 7? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the WOG.
We appreciate it. Appreciate the follow.
Yeah.
You should hit up our socials at Weird Knobs on Twitter.
At all the things. Basically.
At all the things. Weird Knobs on
Welcome to the WOG. Chef Kiss.
Yes.
Welcome to the WOG.
This is going to be your finest place for crumpet in all of Twitch land today, at least.
Yeah, so I'm overhearing chat from the table right now. Jeff is putting, like we thought, every single attack into the Chain Wraths because he doesn't really care if the Reapers die. He actually wants them to stay in combat so they can't go anywhere.
A good tip for all new players, don't split your attacks ever unless you're really good at statistics.
You're like Matt.
Yeah, like Matt. Unless you've played thousands of hours of this game and you're really good at math, just don't split your attacks. It's not worth it ever. Just throw them all into the thing you want dead.
Yeah, but it's kind of difficult to see, but there are, I believe, 2 or 3 Chain Wraths left down in
No, I think a little bit further down because I think the Chain Wraths have the greener bases.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're in there somewhere. So there's a couple of Chain Wraths. So Jeff's gonna delete those with Khorne's time.
Hopefully.
There's this big unit of Reapers right here is also in combat with the Khorne's time. Jeff's probably not even gonna touch those.
No, I wouldn't.
He wants those to stay in combat with Khorne's time so they can't retreat and go somewhere else.
Yeah. Honestly, throw in like all the.
45 minutes. You have 45 minutes remaining in round 1.
Yeah. So. Throwing all the text because he needs to catch up on victory points bad. The turn where he only scored 1, as opposed to the 4 or 5 he should have been able to score, it kind of really put him behind. Looks like Scarbrain. Look at that. Those models are just melting. Jeff is now up to 3 Blood Tithe. He's getting to the point where he can start either summoning some really influential things or start doing some pretty big actions. And another 5-man unit of Flesh Hounds, which I believe are 4 points to summon, or 4 Blood Tithes, excuse me, is a very good unit to summon at this point in the game to either resecure a back objective if a Nighthaunt unit makes a breakout, or he needs to try to snipe another unit because he can either summon it from the shrine or from his heroes. And his heroes are pretty far out there, so Scarbrain honestly could drop another 5-man unit of Flesh Hounds just beyond the unit that's already there. believe Jeff rolling for the Khorne Spine.
We are unsure about the CP of command points of both players.
Jeff has 0.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because you look bottom left of the screen, that's where he puts his command points. He has no skull tokens.
Usually it's a little tough for us to kind of track command points without being overly obtrusive. And especially at a top event like this, we want to bother the players as little as possible.
So are you saying we're like the Jane Goodall of AOS, where we just kind of observe the apes in their natural habitat?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, there's a lot of Harambe people here this weekend, so maybe that's a little bit more apt than we should think. I believe Jeff just rolled for the Khorne Spine, and Marcus over here is getting ready to roll some saves. I'm assuming they're all in that one unit that's going to be for the battle tactic. I'm seeing a lot of 6s in there. Sorry, that looks like maybe 3 6s. No, 5. Ooh. Maybe that's tax. I'm sorry, folks. Like, this is a little.
It's attacks from one of 2 places.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it's attacks on the Khorne Spine.
Yeah, it's either the Reaper Khorne Spine fight or the Reaper Incarnate fight, or there's their fight. Apologies.
Yeah. The reason I think it's the Incarnate is because Jeff has his app open and he knows those other models by heart. So that would be my guess. Did he pile in 6?
I believe so. Oh, he's piling the corn dogs in 6.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get as many of the corn dogs in there as he possibly can.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know Marcus that well and his familiarity with Soul Blight, or not Soul Blight, Nighthaunt, excuse me. But I know Jeff, this is his only army that he plays. He's really good at it. And if anybody's thinking about getting into the game, starting an army, don't take Jeff's results as ones that you can expect when you first start out with Khorne.
Khorne is a little difficult to play. A lot of check pieces, but
yeah.
It's a fun army. It's a fun army to paint too. Humans look amazing.
They do, and I'm not saying like you can't get good. It's going to take a little bit. But this is also a great example for anybody who's looking to get into the game. You know, what army do I want to play? What's good? Any army is good. Asterisk, as long as you put in the.
It looks like the corn dogs came in here. There were some Reapers down over here, I believe. It looks like the corn dogs took those off the board.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is a hero right here in combat.
It might be.
I believe it is because there were 2 on the center terrain piece, and he's not over here. He's not over here anymore. So I think they can move around a bit, and that both their heroes in combat is one of those heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're looking to play Age of Sigmar, buy. And what you think you'll have fun building and painting, because that is the biggest part of this hobby. And as long as you put in the hours, get the reps in, any army is decent. Any army can be invited to an invitational tournament with the top 32 people here in Texas.
My gain is way off. I will adjust.
Mine or yours?
Mine.
Okay.
Wow, piling in those other corn dogs too. Really trying to sound like a distant echo. Oh no, that's my Nighthaunt theme. Trying to get as much damage here as possible, just taking models off the board so he can kind of consolidate his position on these 2 objectives. He's really kind of bringing this game back from that kind of disastrous turn 3 that he had.
I think he's hoping for the double turn. I think that's what he's played for. He needs the double turn here to really have a chance. Also, I think Jeff's just trying to inflict as much damage as he can to both those units to try to make the battle shock decision a little bit more difficult. Jeff excited that he rolled something. Oh, he's saying he wishes he had those 6 on the boom thirsters that died. But no use crying over spilled blood.
Or just 3, yeah.
Marcus over here very carefully tried to extract his models from that. I think it's the camera trying to autofocus. Also, a tip for new players: if you're worried about how long you're taking to play the game, I suggest just starting a stopwatch on your phone as you're playing, and just see and when it's your turn over, just pause it, get an idea.
You have 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Start moving quickly. If you're not here, turn 4. You need to be moving faster. You have 30 minutes.
I will double check with the pit grot to see if that that unit of Reapers is now out of combat with the Khorne Spine. I'm not actually sure. It is a little bit hard to see from this angle.
Yeah.
Friendly Mr. Matt Taylor coming back once again to let us know we have 30 minutes left in this round.
Yeah. And he said, if you're not in round 4 yet, you better hurry up.
Yeah, I think most of the important combats here are over. Just kind of finishing
Yeah.
up, seeing if Jeff can pick up a couple of heroes here, maybe.
Yeah. One thing I want to make sure y'all are aware of is that we do have a lunch break after this round. We will be posting on our Twitter. I'm assuming. Yeah, you know what? I will post on the Twitter.
Yeah, we'll be posting on Twitter. It'll be about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll probably come back a little bit early, chat with our guests.
Yeah. Hit at Weird Knobs, on the Twitter, and you see when we're going to be back for sure. If you guys would love to continue, we'd love to have you here. Keep on watching the games with us. It'll be me and Harrison chatting it up with y'all. We're going to give Steven a chance to rest his voice a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what he'll be doing around while we're here for that. I'm hoping he's going to be around because I have no idea how to actually operate the stream. I might just start drawing cats and not erase them, because that is the best part of our streams, I'd say. And all those models he's picking up were casualties from combat. I don't even know if they did the battle shock yet, did they?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any rolls after the combat phase, so we will see.
Yeah.
I do know Marcus is going to have to make at least one battle shock roll. So.
That's a 1. Was that roll off?
Oh, that might have been the roll off.
Gonna need the picker up. Yeah. Oh, well, there we go.
Jeff only scored. Wow, so Jeff only scoring 3 points on that turn, not getting his battle tactic. That hurts a lot.
This hurts.
So he did hold he did hold his objective and hold one up top, I believe, for a total of 3 points.
Yeah.
So
Jeff asking what Marcus's grand strategy is, which is hold the line. So that is generally a sign of this is a do or die situation for Jeff if he wants to win this. He needs to figure out how to score as many points as he can.
yeah, just confirming with the pick right now, but I do believe it's going to be Khorne pick, probably first turn. Yep, it is Khorne top of 5. Battle tactic is Savage Spearhead.
And I believe Savage Spearhead, if I'm not mistaken, allows Jeff to score an extra point with monsters. Is that correct?
I believe so. I don't 100%. I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about it. What is the maximum amount of points Jeff can score?
I think he can score 6 points.
Because this is top of 5. Like, this is...
If, in an ideal fairy tale world, I think he can get maybe 6 points. I don't think he's getting that back objective.
I don't think so either. Those corn dogs are too tied up unless he summons... No, because you can't retreat and run. It's too close to things for Scarbrand to leapfrog him over. Do we have any other... No other corn heroes in the backfield. Like, even if the stars perfectly aligned for Jeff this round, the max he can score is Battle Tactic, opponent switch is 6, midline would be 9, what's it, 10? No. Math. 3, 7, 9. 9 total, and then he has to deny his opponent the grand strategy. But
I don't think he's getting that back objective.
I don't think so either.
So I think 6 points might be what he's shooting for.
Yeah, and 9, like, he has to kill the battle line, and I don't think he has. Like, to get this grand strategy, you got to kill the battle line. There's 2 units of battle line left for Marcus, and then Marcus still has a turn to regenerate them.
There is potential to score 10 points. I don't think there's a world where he gets on that back objective with enough models to take it off of Marcus.
And honestly, I need to comment about the sportsmanship from Jeff right now, because this is like where rules as written, you can do some very technically like things. Like, so if you look, it looks like Marcus' unit of Nighthaunt dudes are out of coherency. The ones that are engaged with Scarbrand on the south side, because it looks like there's a big gap between the hero and the one that's actually base to base with them. Like right there.
No, I'm
You
pretty
think?
sure that I'm pretty sure even if it is, he could have just moved it out of the movement tray and it would have been fine. I don't think there's any coherency issues.
Oh no, but I'm saying, like, technically as is, it looks like it. But Jeff's like, you know what? In the expediency of time, like, so that's like one of the things you gotta, like, if you're playing a game, you're starting the competitive scene, you need to like start to find that good balance between finesse and like just playing the game and having a good time and not being too fiddly.
Yeah, I also can't believe he failed his battle tactic last turn. Killing off 2 or 3 of those last chain rests, Bronzespine.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. I think he was debuffed from the charge.
Yeah.
Well, he did pick the wrong unit, but in any case, he didn't even... The other unit we were discussing about him picking, he didn't even kill that one either.
Okay, so
Those Reapers are still alive.
Oh, wait, what is he doing?
I think he's going to try to run the
Scarbrand
Demon
can't...
Prince over to the last...
okay,
last objective.
measure for Demon Prince. Yeah, that would do it. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Run Demon Prince.
And then he'll hope for a high charge to try to get him over there onto that back objective.
Or...
Oh, no, putting him back.
I think he's thinking about summoning.
Oh, no, putting him back.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about summoning back there to get more models on the objective. 5 Bloodletters, 2 Blood Tithe. No, that still doesn't get it to him. He has to kill models on that objective. Yeah. Scarbrand's also at his worst bracket right now because he fought.
Hey, Sigmar, do not forget, once you have your final score, look at the orange sheet on your table. It will tell you how to input that score into BCP correctly. Again, look at the orange sheet on your table. It says scoring, and use it.
Ooh, Jeff needs to be careful here to make sure he gets Scarbrand over that line so he gets Savage Spearhead with 2 monsters.
Yeah. And this is the midline, so what you're looking for is him to be past those, on the objective markers, those big plates, past that center circle. He has to do it on a charge. Like, I don't.
Move. He's not in combat right now.
Yeah.
He can also just file in 6 inches.
Are we still in the hero phase? Or
He's moved things. So,
well,
so
remember, he can move in the hero phase stuff.
Unless he's burning a lot of blood type.
That's, well, yeah, he can only do it once, though. So, yeah, I guess he's not. I guess we are in the movement phase. Jeff thinking real hard about this.
Thinking real hard about where he wants to put.
Yeah.
Scarbrand can't fly, or else he could just fly over those chain maps.
Yeah.
So he has to get in kind of like that little.
Yeah. He rolled a 5 for.
Prince isn't a monster. Oh, I didn't even
It's
realize
not.
that. So you do not get any extra points. That is true. He's probably thinking about the redeploy that could ruin what he wants to do right now, depending on how far it is.
Yeah, he just rolled a 5 for the redeploy. That's what that was.
Oof.
Yeah, that's game right there, I think. I'm not sure how Jeff.
Yeah, that is the redeploy right there. So I don't think there's a world where he can charge that Demon Prince onto that back objective now. Doing the smart thing here and trying really hard to screen out those charges so Jeff can't get anything back on that back objective to score those points.
Spreading out the unit as much as he can.
I believe it allows Scarbrand to get in for Savage Spearhead, but I don't think it lets him get on that back objective.
Yeah, he is in for Savage Spearhead right now, unless you need to be Holy Within her. Is it Holy or just Within? Yeah.
But yeah, that is true. It shuts down the summon, and it puts the summon out of range and the long charge.
Yeah. Probably what we're going to see here is Jeff finish out his turn and then a handshake, depending on how that goes. Okay, we got some yells. It looks like killed a hero. That's a blood tithe. No or not? I'm not sure what the dice in the middle are for.
I think it just puts some damage on possibly.
Scarbrand yelling. Or not yelling? I thought he was shooting.
Oh, that's true. He probably passed the move off to another one.
Oh, okay.
And there, yep. there goes the book. They're piling in 6 just to make sure that he gets that Savage Spear. And,
Sigmar, you have 20 minutes. You have 20 minutes.
Demon Prince charging. You can, and with each announcement, you can hear the players' chests like talking speed on, saying what they're doing, speeding up, and things just get a little bit more shorthand as they're.
not getting with the Demon Prince on the charge. Might be thinking about spending a command point to re-roll that.
He has 2. What else is he going to use him for at this point?
That is true.
I mean, yeah, you're not going to heroic save -3 rend again or whatever silly nonsense they can do. And actually, all it matters is what Jeff can do this turn. After that, Marcus, I don't think really cares. It just becomes maneuvering at that point for him. It's just fall back, get out of combat, get out, stay on the objective. Spend a command point. I believe he's using something from the Unfettered Fury, his command trait. So Jeff now out of command points.
Yeah, Jeff currently sitting at 5 points for the turn. He's just trying to find a way to that back objective so he can try to make up some of the points that he lost earlier in the game.
Yeah, and he's trying to find a way to deny Marcus' grand strategy.
I don't know if he's going to be able to kill off both of those battle arguments.
I don't think so
There
either.
is a chance, but I don't know if he can actually get into those Reapers on the bottom.
Yeah, like, because this Cornhounds, yeah, they're not going to do enough. The Incarnate hasn't been performing like Jeff needs him to today. We are doing a pile in 6 fly. So he's basically hopping over.
Oh, that gets him into the chain.
It does. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at the blood tide table. Because I think Jeff can do stuff in the hero phase of his opponent. And that, like, movement shenanigans. And
Taking out the hero, interestingly enough. I was sure he was. Oh, if he. Where it's from. This will be the streaming table all weekend. Correct. I'm unsure if we are going to be swapping terrain. There is a possibility. Matt Taylor is running that, and he's not confirmed or denied if we'll be switching terrain.
somebody requesting a terrain swap, or?
No, just someone asking.
Blood
Can't
tide.
hear me. Can you hear me now? I wasn't talking directly into the mic. If y'all couldn't hear me, this is the table we were going to be streaming all weekend. Yes, there may or may not be a train swap. We don't know. Yeah, and a hero just got popped by the Bloodthirster. I don't know if that allows you to attack again immediately. I think that might be how that works.
I don't know, but I think he's popping it for the blood tithe, is what it is. He wants to have that guaranteed 4 blood tithe because, in the hero phase for...
I think he's trying to get 4 blood ties so he can fight Marcus's hero phase. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
what
he's
doing right
trying to just get that blood ties because it's...
Yeah, Marcus piling in those Reapers just to, once again, try to block off some movement.
Yeah, he's gonna probably Apocalyptic Fury. I don't know if you can use the command trait from your demon, your Bloodthirster in the hero phase attacks. I don't think so. I believe it says in the fight phase, but a 3-inch pylon, it'll allow him to flip over some of those units, get onto that objective. And deny Marcus a point? I don't know.
At this point, he's probably focused almost completely on scoring points himself.
Yeah.
He really needs that back objective, but Marcus is doing a fantastic job of
defending.
of moving
100%.
so he can't pile in and get more units on.
Yeah.
Taking out a couple of the corn dogs as well.
Jeff rolls a bunch of 1s and 2s. Wait, or was that Jeff rolling? No, I think it was Marcus, actually. Excuse me. What is going on? What are these cornhounds doing? They are piling in 6. Moving on as much as they can on that objective.
Yeah, at this point, Jeff has pretty decent control of the 2 objectives he does have. Controlling that bottom objective would do nothing for him, so the only thing that's going to score him more points is getting onto that back objective. So he's putting all effort into doing just that.
Yeah.
At this point, if he doesn't get that back objective, it's essentially game for Jeff.
Yeah.
Because at most he can score 5 points, which gets him to 22. Which means Marcus only needs to score a single point, which if he controls his back objective, he does.
Yeah.
Just to tie up the game. And then he has, one more to win?
Yeah.
Doing the last fight here, pulling some of the Reapers up top. We'll see if it's enough to let Scarbrand get in on that objective, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to be.
Is that model with Scarbrand part of that unit?
I believe so, yes. Everything here is part of the same unit.
Okay.
Players, you have just over 10 minutes remaining. Just over 10 minutes.
10 minutes left in the round.
Yeah. And so you guys may be thinking, like, well, it's not really fair that Jeff's spending all this time getting his top of 5 in and his opponent won't get the bottom of 5. But this is really all that matters at this point is Jeff's turn. And then they could talk it out from there. Because we need to see what Jeff scores, and then it's easy enough to figure out what Marcus needs to score. And also, is that a legal way to pull those casualties like that? Because have those units piled in and fought yet?
They have.
Was that... He's going to lose either that model or the other model on top of Battle Shock.
At this point, I don't think he cares. He's just trying to block movement.
I don't know. I think he's going to pull those 3 that are engaged with the Flesh Hounds because it'll block it from piling in his turn and doing it. Because otherwise he'd be able to pile in again with the Bloodthirster and get him on.
The way he's doing it now, I think he's kind of putting off that decision until a later point. He's just trying to make sure Scarbrand can't get on that objective.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of models getting pulled from the south. Cornhounds getting pulled from the south. Yep. Getting as far as he can, piling in 6.
Trying to get more models on that objective. I'm not sure how many he needs. I believe, let's see.
He's got 2, 5.
I believe Marcus has like, what, 5, 6 models on objective?
Yeah.
We'll see. Ask Spencer about it. Just finishing up those last fights down in the south right now, seeing if that Demon Prince is within violin range.
Yep. Fights, then Battle Shock. Battle Shock's going to be another big one again for this turn. It's been pretty big for... Jeff's been doing a great job splitting damage between 2 units and forcing him to pick the auto pass. All right, Jeff, what are you doing, buddy? Looking at your reference sheet. Oh, also, I want to point out one cool thing Jeff does for his opponent. I know a few other competitors here do it. They make a cheat sheet of all the gotchas of their army and hand it to their opponent at the start of the game, so their opponent is fully aware of all the shenanigans that their army can do against them.
Looks like Demon Prince was actually in pile-in range, so Demon Prince is probably gonna wipe the rest of those Reapers up at the top of the field.
Also, I actually, depending on the sequencing, because the Demon Prince always fights like first, like before the battle begins, the round begins, the combat phase. Excuse me. So he would have had to pile in and fight first, but depending on when that skill, that command ability goes off. Oh, wow. That was huge, y'all. He managed to take out all those chained whatever the heck they are with the Matt Demon Prince over there. So actually being useful outside of his command ability for once.
I mean, he fights okay.
He does, but he never gets in. He's like, I'm just here being annoying. Here's 36 inches of table you can't play with.
The problem is now, unless... Oh, no. I'm not sure what unit that was. There might have been... I think there was one Chain Wrath left underneath it or something. Whatever this unit is right here came up and once again blocked Scarbrand from piling onto the objective.
Is it a valid pile-in, though? Because wasn't he closer to the other Bloodthirster?
I don't know. It was under this wing, so it was a little bit... He was kind of under the Bloodthirster's wing, so it's a little bit hard to tell where he was.
Yep. You know what? I'm going to say Jeff would have called it out if it wasn't.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if Jeff didn't think it was okay, he definitely would have called it out, especially at this stage.
Yep. I think we're around probably 5 minutes left in this round.
Yeah, so we're coming down to the wire here.
Yeah.
I think he's calling it out now. Well, like we said, that unit was kind of underneath this wing, so I'm not 100% sure who it was closer to or not.
Yeah. It's hard to say with this angle. We're not judging this game. We're just talking about it. And if any of those players want to say, hey, I don't think this was, they're more than welcome to...
Yeah, that is one thing Jeff 100% would have called.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at this level of gameplay with these players in this tournament, we are assuming that they are doing everything correctly. Jeff being very precise, making sure he doesn't accidentally move his Demon Prince and give himself some more room to pile in. He just removed the model.
Yeah,
It's like not even
We're
gonna.
fighting Scarbrand, might as well.
Was it Scarbrand's first fight though?
I don't know. In this round, yes.
He can pile in 6 again.
He can pile in 6 again, so if he can get on that objective.
That's
Bloodthirster fought twice already. I don't actually... Did the Bloodthirster fight twice already, or did Jeff forego fighting twice probably for this?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Because I feel like if the Bloodthirster would have fought into the Reapers, we would have seen some models removed.
Yeah.
He can only pile in 6 if he's within 3. Wait. What?
I don't know. It's some weird sequence. Oh, was that it?
5 minutes left.
Six points for Jeff.
5 points for Jeff.
You just said 6, I thought.
5 points.
5 points for Jeff.
There's no possible way he could have scored 6, I'm pretty sure. Because he holds one. He holds one in the middle for 2, and then he got his battle tactic for another 2, so that's 5 points. Yeah, that is rough. So,
Yeah, I think Jeff realized he's lost.
I think that might be game over for Jeff.
Yeah. One of the fellow weird knobs going down round 1.
It was a good game though. He brought it back from.
He did from the brink.
Like a pretty horrible first couple of turns to almost tie it up.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He might still have a chance. No, because he only gets to score 4 points in his turn, so he has to take both objectives and keep Marcus from scoring his battle tactic. So I don't think that's going to be possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, because Marcus is gonna be able to pile too much in on the bottom objective that'll score him 2 points. So it was a good fight. It looks like Jeff is
going
gonna
do a battle tactic. Honestly, I don't know if it matters that much if Nighthaunt can do a battle tactic, because like Jeff said, he can pile so much stuff in onto the bottom objective that he'll take it. That is true. Also, broken ranks on the dogs.
Yeah.
He could rally Flesh Hounds and Blood Tithe and Scarbrand to give him a chance. I think that's what they're discussing right now, actually.
Actually, I would do it with the Demon Prince because he fights first. Negates some of the damage that Marcus can do.
I think chat might have actually called it. I think we might be getting a charge here in the hero phase.
With the puppers. Oh no.
With Scarbrand. I think he's going over there to try to kill those other Reapers to keep Marcus from getting his grand strategy.
Yeah, that'll.
Game 2 starts at 1:30. The Hotel Bar opening at 5. If you would like something that matches the grand before 5, I suggest you bring it to the street and get that with you from lunch.
So we are out of time. I'm not sure if the players are going to talk it out or what is happening now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. The way that the announcement said that if you want to keep on playing, it's on your own time. So it's going to cutting into the lunch, which I believe you said be back by 1:30. So
1:30, yeah.
hour and a half is when the next round is going to start. But we're going to be here with you to the end of this game, even if we have to go hungry. And for $2 a day, you too can feed your hungry wargamer. In the eyes of angels.
That is true. If Jess can kill those Reapers, not only can he give him a 0-point turn, but he'll deny him his battle tactic.
Yeah, his grand
strategy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always get those. He'll deny him his grand strategy.
Yeah, and that's huge.
And win the game.
Yeah. Yup. Using a command point on the Bloodthirster. I believe it's the Reapers one. Or, no, not Reapers. So we haven't shouted out in probably 5 minutes. We got to talk about the Weird Knobs website and all of our socials. You should go there at Weird Knobs on Twitter, weirdknobs.com. Follow us on Twitch at Weird Knobs, where you are now. Link to our Discord on the Weird Knobs website.
sorry for the lack of commentary, folks. We're all sitting here waiting for these honestly, the last few combats to decide the game.
Yeah.
This is really close.
Yep. So what are you thinking about doing for lunch, Steven?
No idea. It is Waco, so.
It is. Yeah, it is Waco. Nothing's good here. It's a Waco resident described it to us last night as like every other place, but slightly worse. Ooh, Cornhounds are dead.
Oh, 23 Khorne, apparently, somehow.
What?
Yeah. I'm gonna trust the players on that. 23.
Jeff
Bottom of 5.
being a little bit too exuberant for my liking. He said wait before he removed models. Oh wait, doesn't he get to do something where he fights before he dies?
I don't know if Khorne has any of those.
Oh, I think we're in the hero phase. And he's just like, oh yeah, I can unbind. And then he failed, and then the dog died.
Finest ever. Kudos to being out Scarbrand and be king of the game. Going through Nighthaunt hero phase right now. Jeff still has some of his unbinds, so. Curtis?
Yep, the Raven King. Curtis. The guy who steals command points.
Marcus chucking out as many debuffs as he possibly can right now. Just has enough blood type to fight in hero phase, I believe.
I believe he needs 4. Let me double check
Does
that.
he need 4?
Yes. Yeah, 4 for apocalyptic. I can't speak today. Apoplectic? Hippopotamus? Yeah, that'll do it.
And that is Scarbrand off the board. So I think...
4 blood tithe. I believe he can summon
and
the handshake.
Yep, Jeff was relying on Scarbrand and Kronspine to both take that back objective and remove those Reapers from the board. So with Scarbrand's exit, that's
game.
handshake, and it's gonna be Nighthaunt.
Yeah, it's Nighthaunt.
Win.
Yeah,
we will get the final score for you guys as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good game for both players. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. We are probably taking a break here for a little bit to go grab some lunch. Check again. We'll be posted on Twitter once we're going to go live, but account for 1:30 unless something happens to us.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out a little bit. Chat about the game. Honestly, Jeff brought it back from the brink to almost win that game, which is crazy. I've seen Jeff do that a bunch of times here recently with Khorne. And, he didn't really leverage the new blood type mechanic that much.
No, he really didn't. Well, he was also being denied it by Marcus for a good majority of the game, so he couldn't even leverage it. So that was good of Marcus.
Like with their regenning and all that, not a lot of stuff died, so he had to unbind stuff and kill stuff.
Yep.
It really didn't.
Yeah, it was overall it was a good game. It's again like a lot of new players don't get discouraged when chips are down mid-game. Like you saw what happened. Jeff almost brought it back after he lost his key piece. Because he did it last weekend too, where he actually ended up winning against Spencer when he was down. So to stick with your games, play them through, see them to the end.
They're just discussing the final score now, so we can get it to. So both players getting their grand strategies, and it looks like 30-26 Nighthaunt.
You know what? I am glad to see Nighthaunt this good. Like you said, we haven't seen them this good ever. Except for that first week they had their book and it was just them and Sarcast.
Yeah.
They were good then.
I like that not only are they good, but they're fun. They've got fun rules.
Yeah, I like
They
they're
got
fun,
they got
thematic.
good synergy. Some of their heroes are really fun. They got some fun abilities.
Yeah.
They got some things that kind of shift the game a little bit. Like high-rend armies have been really good for a long time, but now you have to think like, what if I run a Nighthaunt?
Yeah.
What do I do? You know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And one, I'm glad. And what's one good thing about GW? Their new books for AOS 3.0 have been pretty good all around. Like, there's a few clear like standouts. Like new Nurgle's pretty strong, but we also haven't seen that in the context of the new season. And honestly, with new Nighthaunt, all this, like, it shows you like the new books are doing good, and they're very like kind of thematic, cool. They know what they want to do. Daughters of Cain got a new book, very thematic, on point with them, and just kind of refined what the core of that army is. So,
like Jeff was saying, we're gonna take a little break now.
welcome to the WOG.
You got here right at the end of a game, but don't worry, we'll be back at 1:30
Central Time.
Central Time. I was
Yep.
about to say Pacific Standard. Going crazy. Central Time to do game 2. We'll probably try to announce what we're gonna stream beforehand. Once again, we do thank all of y'all for being here. We hope you come back and join us, not only for the next 2 games for today, but also the 2 games, including the finale, the finals on
the
Sunday.
grand finals on stage.
But if you do want to see more of what we're doing, we do have all of our previous VODs up on YouTube. We appreciate follows here, follows on YouTube, follows on Twitter at WeirdKnobs.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a little break, and we will be back for game 2. It will likely be me and Harrison.
Yeah.
Another Weird Knob friend of the community who is a wonderful person. So
I forgot my
we're
headset.
Have him on as a guest streamer. So we will see y'all in a bit.
Yep. See y'all later.